The way humans see skin is not the same way the sun sees skin. And each time the sun sees your skin, when the UV is 3 or above, it's doing damage beneath the surface. It builds up until one day it causes a mutation in your DNA, which can turn to skin cancer. Don't let the sun see your DNA. Defend yourself.
Hi, welcome to Woodside Nippers Summer Safety Tips. If you're down on the beach this summer, make sure you always swim with a buddy. It could be mum or dad, your brother or sister, or how about your granddad. Have a safe summer.
Magnificent day down here at Secret Harbour, Tree. The wind's in, the waves are up. Can't wait to get into it.
First race, 1K Beach team race. This is the tough part of the race.
Swanbourne take out the first race.
Enjoyed definitely a bit of a shorter run.
You watch this start. It's all on for race 1, the Open Iron Women.
It looks awesome from our drone cam, Truey.
Here we see crossing the finish line, winning by about 1.5 meters. Great racing, first beach sprint for the day.
We have such good competition in WA as well.
Here in the men's Ironman, and you can hear the applause in the background, the support. One of the great sights in surf, makes the turn under the SunSmart arch. That's a great win from him. Yeah, dominant. Let's bring her in, folks. Trigg on. That is a dominant performance.
These ski races are over and done in the blink of an eye today.
That is ski paddling at his best from the big hitter. Big hand for Dan Hummel. First across the line, race on for second. Milking every little run there. It's going to come to the run. Who hops off first?
Wow, these waves are making such a difference. They've had to work hard on those waves. Great swimming in the open surf race.
The start of the surf boats.
Let's see what happens. This is going to be so tight, and these rowers just get set to do their work. He'll be absolutely screaming for breath there, but good racing there.
Down to the final 3 in the women's beach flags. Different techniques, different personalities, different characters. That's the great thing about beach flags. A dive for the flag. Great work from the 2 girls from the city of Perth. They're up and about, and Tommy Nolan just powers through, gets himself in front.
You watch these runners sprint like nothing else. This is their chance for glory.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome down here to Trigg Beach. Here we are, round 1 of the SunSmart WA Surf League. And Grant True and Simon Beaumont with you on the microphone. Truey, what a day we have. 11 different teams lined up. The cream of WA Surf Lifesavers duking it out here at Trigg Beach. Should be a great day.
Yeah, look, really looking forward to it. And while it's a little bit windy and there's a little bit of rain, the conditions are great. We're going to see the beach sprints start off very soon. But I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the watercraft, particularly the skis going in and out in this fairly big surf.
So the story of the day so far, the youth have been through their paces today. We have a slightly different format for the WA Surf League for round 1. But if you can we'll just get our cameraman to pan to the Indian Ocean there. That is the story of the day, True, isn't it? There's a strong breeze coming out of the north. There's a big north to south current pushing through. Had a big impact on the youth racing today. But if you look at the water conditions there now, that we're going to see some unpredictable results and things happening out there.
Yeah, and we've already seen it in the youth, particularly in the Ironman and Iron Women and the relays, the Ocean Man relays. Anything can happen. The leads change. We see teams that are miles out in front being overtaken in the last minute. And I was really impressed with the youth, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the senior competitors go, handling this slight northwest chop and this big swell.
Keep an eye on us at home on my beach and on our live feeder today. It will bring you all the action as it comes through. We've got drones in the air, we've got fixed cameras. We're about to get underway with our first couple of events, which is the men's A beach sprint and the women's A beach sprint. But we have teams from the Cottesloe Pylons, 2 teams from the City Beach, including the Rhodes Scholars team, which is a new addition this year. That's a team that you and I will never get into, Truey. North Cotter got a team. This is Trigg Island's home beach. They got the red and the green team in today. Scarborough are here as well. Mullaloo Blue, Mullaloo Gold got some great athletes as well. Freo and Sorrento. Just a few of the stars we want to watch out for today. We're going to see them on the sand very shortly. There's some ripper runners in the, I reckon, look for Sydney Rafferty from Sorrento and Charlie Rigby from Sorrento as well. We'll host out there as well. But during the course of the day, this will throw up a few challenges, but who are some of the surf guys you're looking forward to seeing today, Truey?
Yeah, so look, in the guys, I think you can't go past Will Savage. We've seen him just dominate all 3 rounds of the Ironman series already that's been held. And, these conditions, he's only young still, but he's got a real old head on his shoulders, and he really, I think, will do quite well today. The open surf race, that's going to be the pick of the races for me today. And then looking forward to seeing the ladies going around. And Phoebe Ashwood in a swim, keep an eye out for her.
Yeah, some great names. We'll bring you some of those names. Keep an eye on our screen, all our graphics today. Nice big crowd. The showers will come through, we are expecting, but this very strong northerly breeze today will have an impact on the event. We go now down to the final of the men's A sprint. So this is all competitors going to the line now. This will be a great race today. So we'll keep an eye on this today. 2 Collis boys in the field today. Watch out for Charlie Rigby, as I mentioned. And they are away in the men's A final. It is an uphill push into this strong northerly breeze. Rigby, I think, just in front there. And a dive to the line there. We'll wait for the results. The 2 Collis boys from City Beach, normally known for their endurance. So we'll just wait for the finals. Then we'll bring you some interviews from the men's beach sprint in just a second. But the women are now down on the line there. So for the women today, in 1, Lucy Hills. In 2, Ellie Kennington from Freo. In 3, Imogen Harrington from the City Road Scholars. In 4, Alicia Ward. In 5, Holly Leach from Trigg Green. In 6, Carly Grayson. In 7, Alyssa Calnan. And in 8, from the Sorrento Dolphins, the flying Sydney Rafferty. So as we wait for the men's results to be worked out, you can see the women down there at the end of our run. As we mentioned before, they are pushing up into this northerly wind. And we'll bring you some interviews from the stand and from the finishers before we go back to Grant True with our water arena. So all in readiness at the southern end of the beach sprint course. Watch for Rafferty in lane 8. Sydney Rafferty on the eastern side of the course in lane 8. One of the favourites coming in here, but she's got good company in Lucy Hills in there as well. Holly Leach too. So all in readiness. Women's A grade, women's A final here on the beach sprint. The second of our events today. We have about 15 events to get through today. This is round 1 of the SunSmart WA Surf League right here at Trigg Beach. And Truey, just as we await the results here, we are about to get underway with our second event today. So lots of stars. Max Anderson-Loke, another guy we're looking forward to seeing today. The WA's Road Scholar this year, Truey. All in readiness down there on the sand. They are up and running. Watch for Rafferty on the eastern end in 8. Very, very strong, Truey. And as they come up now, they push hard into the headwind. Looks like Sydney Rafferty has just got a nose in front. The superstar. There she goes, Sid Rafferty. And I reckon she might have just got there. And Truey, as we look over the field there, stay in the lanes is the order from the marshals, but a good close race there from the women. Good running. First of our events underway. Uphill, mate, into that northerly.
Yeah, so everyone's running into the wind today, but the other thing about beach sprinting is we've had the rain, and the sand's quite hard, so it actually suits different types of runners. You've got some runners that love the soft sand, and West Australia are the Tom Nolans and things like that. They've always been such powerful runners. They've really dominated in the soft sand. The slightly harder conditions today, it does bring everyone back into the field. So a lot of work for these officials today to try and get the first, second, third, but looking forward to seeing how we go with the results. And I think Simon's got one of the winners now.
Yeah, I do, and nice work from the Northern Club. Sydney Rafferty takes it out. Winners pre-race favourite, but didn't have it all your own way. That was a good close race, wasn't it, to kick things off today?
Oh yeah, the City girls are really quick young runners, and to run against them's great. And they always come hard at me at the end, so yeah, it's good to run against them.
Your teammate Charlie Rigby takes out the men's as well, so you get some points for your club. Come in, Charlie, if you will. Charlie, well done, mate. How was your race today?
Thanks, yeah, it was a hard race, hard track today. The wind sucked to run in, and Dom was running very quick, so it was a good race.
You get some points for the club, importantly, as well, hey? So your mighty crew get away with a couple of wins first up.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's good for the club, and we love representing them, so yeah, it's good.
What happens now, Charlie? Just sit back and have a couple of cups of coffee and a few cheese sandwiches?
I think so. We still got flags to go, so keep nice and warm, but then done. So it's good.
Well done, guys. Thank you to Sydney and to Charlie. We are away. We'll go down to our water arena very shortly. But the mighty Sorrento Surf Lifesaving Club take out the men's A final and the women's A final. That's the way they would want to kick off the SunSmart WA Surf League today. Truey, I might come to you over on the beach. Just another repeat of our water conditions and our weather conditions, if you will. Thank you, Grant.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. Good beach sprinting and first of the water events straight on the line today. The two-person mixed board relay. It's one of the new events that came in from last year, and it's a real hit with both the crowd and the athletes love it. It gives them a chance to compete with their teammates. And today I think we're going to be seeing Trigg Island Green with Will Savage and Makara Malice. She did so well in the Iron Women's Series as well. And they're going to have a bit of a battle here, I think, with Matt Collis and Sophie Lloyd. So we see them just getting into that water, and those first 5 to 10 strokes, so important. See them getting up to their knees, getting settled into a bit of a rhythm. And on the right, we've got, that's where we've got Will and Matt on the right. So they've probably got a good spot there, just popping, good surf skills, not a lot of big waves to come. But off to the left, we've got North Cottesloe and the second team from Trigg Island also doing really, really well. Matt Collis first back up onto his knees. And I tell you what, we've been talking up this surf, but they've had a clear run. Nothing to worry them at this stage.
Still a big northerly drift, isn't it, Truey? I'm sure you can see it on your screens at home if you're watching on mybeach.com. This is SunSmart WA Surf League. Matt Collis is a really strong board paddler. He's just been in the beach sprint. The two Collis boys, Ben and Matt Collis, in the beach sprint, which is pretty unheard of, I think. So they'll be the heart rate will be up. They'll be nice and warmed up. Good technique, Matt Collis, isn't he? And he does do. I know that the city boys and girls do a lot of training in the sea breeze of an afternoon time, so this will suit him.
Yeah, so a little bit of a tactical error from Matt there. I think he went to turn around that first white can. So that's for the swimmers. Board paddlers have got the yellow cans. So he's dropped back a bit. He's got some work to do. Trigg Island's so strong in this event in previous years. But look, we spoke about the conditions. If anything, the lack of a wave there has brought everyone back to the clear pat. So Matt and I think maybe someone else from Trigg's there in the lead at this stage. Don't forget, this is the first of 2 legs. We've got the guys are out there at the moment, and then they're going to be handing through to the ladies. So
Max Hunter there, True. So thanks to the Trigg guys. Max Hunter there with Matthew Collis. Always a bit different today, True, isn't it? Often when we have the sea breeze or the westerly and they get some assistance across the apex of the course. Not the case today. That's the hard bit of the course as they turn and paddle into the wind and into the northerly. So Max Hunter from Trigg, Matt Collis up there as well. They'll be handing off to their teammates. I'm sure you're enjoying the drone footage. We can see a drone and our fixed camera positions up there now, and you will be able to enjoy that, and we'll keep you posted on all of the events today. Coming into the wave zone, Truey.
Yeah, so that's Max and Matt there, first to get the chance to get one of these waves. But looks like Will has also just pulled onto that little run. He's turned that into a wave along with Matt. That's great skills. We spoke about how smart Will is as a racer, and him and Matt have definitely handled those conditions on the way in. Good bit of work there by Matt just to angle back to the north to counteract this drift. So they're going to have to run, and they're going to be handing over to Makara and Sophie for the second leg of this two-person board relay.
See the footage on our screens here, Truey, and that's a nice run through the beach too, isn't it, from Trigg? So Maxi Hunter putting in a couple of metres there on Matty Collis. The changeovers with you, Truey.
Yeah, so Makara first into the water, Sophie Lloyd into second position, and I think that's Heather Burke into third position. So we see them just crisscrossing with some of the other competitors, and looking forward to seeing how they tackle this surf. So there are waves coming. So those that are watching from home, just keep an eye on that footage, and all in a line at this stage, but looks like Makara has got the best of the runs just to the right of the screen there. So popping over these little waves, 2 or 3 nasty waves, and we see Makara just popping. If she can get over this second one, she's going to have a clear run while the rest of the girls are still getting hit.
So True, just on our screens here, you can see the girls keeping a pretty good line though, True. Just a couple coming off there, but girls keeping a nice straight line. But once they turn around, you can see that how strong that current is, and they're all over the course.
Yeah, absolutely. So Makara, as we saw in some of the youth, she is out to a commanding lead, And look, I'd say that's just about this race over. Trigg Island doing really well. The rest of the girls just getting hit and hit and hit. And not only does that put a lot of distance in from first to second, it also tires you out. Getting constantly hit by waves is real hard work, and it's a hard thing to train for. And these girls will definitely know they've got a race on their hands at this stage.
So we think it's the Trigg Red team of Max Hunter and Heather Burke. We think, and the Trigg Green team, Will Savage and Makara Malice, Matt Collis and Sophie Lloyd, and the City Road Scholars teams today. Chewy, good race on for second there, mate, isn't it? After their wave did some damage.
Yeah, they've all come back into this, this sort of, I suppose it's a chase pack now. So 5 or 6 competitors all there. And again, they're going around the same course, around those yellow cans. And they would have been watching the guys. They would have been seeing where this drift goes. They would have all done a warm-up. And as we see them starting to turn right around that first yellow can, they're just going to be hammering straight into this wind, which is increasing throughout the morning. But at this stage, Trigg Island, they've got the full length of that back area of the cans. So nothing to panic for her on the way in. She'll just lay down on her stomach, first round, and start to think about getting some of these runs and then into the wave zone.
So they changed the team. They changed the team from what's on the sheet.
No. So Will was first in. Will was first in, Simon.
All right. All right, so the Trigg Green team of Will Savage and Makara Malice. Makara Malice with a very dominant lead. The overhead shots, Truey, as we can see Makara heading in now from the drone, look absolutely magnificent. You can see that, you can very much see that northerly shore drift coming through. I'll go to you, mate, on the finish line to cheer them in. This has been a dominant performance. But race on for 2, race on for second, and one of the board paddlers has cleared out. Heading into the beach now, heading into those waves, Truey.
Yeah, so what's interesting is not only is there a chop from behind, but it's almost this drift from north to south. So from the right of the screen to the left is really strong. So you've sort of got 2 different bits of force working on you there. As we see Makara just pull onto that little wave, real safe, lays down. She's got to finish with a run, but there's nothing to panic at all for her. So that was a great race. Will set it up, but Makara really with that dominant performance through the break just sealed that win. First win in the water for Trigg Island today. And we see Sophie now coming into second position. But win is there for Triggs. Big points first up.
Yeah, Heather Burke crosses the line now. Well done to Heather. Well done to Will Savage. That's a good start for those guys from Makara Malice and Trigg Green crossing the line now. Will Savage and Makara Malice take out points on their home turf, Truey. Good race on for second and third. Certainly third place is up for grabs.
Yeah, still a lot of work there to go. So Sophie's just finishing off. She got hit on the way out. But now we see the second team from, I think that's City of Perth and Mullaloo there. So
Sophie
good work
Lloyd,
there,
mate.
Mullaloo. Big ones to watch in this team's race today.
Sophie Lloyd coming in now. So the Matt Collis, Sophie Lloyd team from the City Road Scholars coming across the line now. Sophie Lloyd will take out second for the Road Scholars. Race on for third. Also, the one of the City Beach teams coming across there now. So City B, that's Mia Jackson, I reckon. Kirby Jackson and Mia Jackson home. Beautiful overhead shots here from our cameras. This is the SunSmart WA Surf League. Let's bring them in, folks. Make some noise. Every point counts for your team. Mullaloo Blue, and that is Neve McLeod. Harry Jones and Neve McLeod's team coming through. Neve McLeod crosses the line now. So awesome footage from the 2-person mixed board relay. Good racing from Trigg. Trigg Red, Maxie Hunter and Heather Burke coming across now. So Heather Burke crossing the line now as she's pretty spent, Truey.
Yeah, so these girls would have done a warm-up as the guys have, but you know, it's not until they really get into the race and they have to, you know, make their way out in these conditions when they can't stop and have a bit of a rest. So it's a real good heart starter for them. A lot of these competitors will be going around the course 2 or 3, maybe 4 times today. So it was a good first hit out. But on the line now, we're going to be seeing the open male surf race. And of all the races today, this is going to be the hardest one. This has got such a quality field. I reckon there's probably 6 or 7 people that could take this out. So Lucas Wilson from Sorrento, Harry Hewitt from the Second City team, Chris Punch from Northcott. Watch him. Very good swimmer. And then we turn into the superstars that we've seen in previous years. So Ben Jones, Jake Smith from Trigg Island, and Max Anderson-Loke, they're going to be so tough to beat. And you watch this, there's no waves to mess with the craft, or no craft to get messed with. It's all about head down and get that stroke rate up.
All right, they're away, and they away. Look around, but they are away. See the swimmers going north as we've seen before. This should be awesome today. This men's surf race, round 1, SunSmart WA Surf League. Wilson from Sorrento, Chusek from Cottesloe, Harry Hewitt, one of the gun swimmers, Jake Battle from Mullaloo.
Yeah, and then we've got Callan Smith filling in for Jake today.
Okay.
And then Max Anderson-Loke in the Rhodes Scholar team. Named after him, I think, today.
Yeah, named after him today. Yeah, big day. Chris Punch in there as well from Mullaloo. So he is out in front, I reckon, according to our gun spotter, Hayden Marchetto. And from the Chris Pornich.
Yeah, so what we're going to have with these swimmers today is they're going to bunch up a lot. So we see in the board and the ski where, you know, the surf really throws them around a bit. But today it's about getting under these waves and just trying to find a nice rhythm. On the way in, it's going to be about a strong kick and keeping your head down. So lots of waves here today to help those competitors that have been training in the surf. And not so much for flat water swimming, but it really comes down to the kick and keeping your head down. This drift is going to wreak havoc with these guys and girls on the way in. It's going to be pushing them real hard to the south. So all they want to do is get straight into shore, but it's going to be fighting against them the whole way.
A couple of City Beach hats, very prominent up there. So is it Max Anderson-Loke or is it Harry Hewitt? But they can see this is the best part of the WA Surf League, the SunSmart WA Surf League. When you see the swimmers from side on, punching into that, making easy work of that northerly chop. So third place, Jakey Smith. What a swimmer he is, Jakey Smith. Of course, channel swimmer, gun. Been doing a few triathlons a bit lately as well. But Harry Hewitt and Max Anderson-Loke. And Matt, in case you hear us referring to us today, the team named in honour of his Rhodes Scholarship. He is the WA representative for the Rhodes Scholarship for this year for WA. Well done to him. Bit of an all-rounder, isn't he, Truey? They make their run into the beach now, Grant. True, what can you see?
Yeah, so the first thing they're going to be looking for now is a tent or something that they've lined up before. So we've mentioned this drift. It's going to be pushing them hard. And again, the chop's not really going to be helping them at this stage. They're trying to find the line. What they don't want to do is end up all the way south. If they get south, there's a massive rip there, and that's going to hurt them. They're going to want to be coming as straight in as possible. And we see them just starting to look over their shoulders, get that kick going, trying to get that head down as much as possible. Another 5 strokes there into the wave zone, and that's when it really gets hard on the lungs.
Yeah, so a couple of the City guys up in front. We think it might be Max Anderson-Loke, the big units. Such a gun.
Here we go, Simon. First into the waves here. Just waiting. Max is just held back there. Head down, all in the white water. There's nothing fun about that. They've got their head down. They're kicking as hard as they can, and they've all missed that first wave. This is a chance for the back runners to get a wave through. But at this stage, it's still 2 City of Perth and then probably Callan Smith there out in third. Big wave from behind, but Max Anderson-Loke, head down. Look at that kicking. This is where they've got their hands down, trying to stay as straight as possible. And Callan and I think Harry Hewitt probably held it the best there. And we'll see who's up when they get up in this white water. Max Anderson-Loke, first to his feet. Sprint on there from Callan. They're going to be coming around into this finishing line. How would you like to be doing this after a swim? Big finish there, Simon. We'll leave that down to you on the finish line.
Yeah, Max, great finish. Let's hear it for the boys. Ripper work. And Harry Hewitt comes across the line now. City Trigg here at the finish line. We'll get a chat to our athletes in just a moment, just before we get underway with the female circuit. Great race, wasn't it, folks, down here today. Awesome race, great conditions. And the bloke has got his own team named after him today. Once he recovers, we'll have a chat to him. Jake Smith would have backed himself there. He's been doing a bit of work on the legs, bit of running in training recently. And he... Good to talk, Max. We'll just get our camera in here now. Let's bring these athletes across the line. Every point counts. And a ripper day today. And we'll bring our camera in here. Miguel, if you can come in here, mate. We've got Max Anderson-Loke looking cool as a cucumber, breathing through his nose. All good. Hey, mate, that was a great race, wasn't it? You and Jakey out of the water almost together. Now, who got thumped the most coming out of the water there? Looked pretty specky on camera.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at all. There's a wave coming and I just tried to get on it and then, yeah, had no idea where I was when I got up.
Really good, exciting conditions for the spectators. As an athlete who backs themselves a bit, plenty of training miles in the shoulders. Good fun out there?
Yeah, no, definitely good fun. Definitely interesting to have a bit of a wave and, yeah, always throws it up in the air a bit.
So, I guess if you don't know Rhodes Scholarship, you're the smartest bloke here. Is that right?
No, I don't think so. maybe book-wise, but not street-wise.
Well done. A good night for finish first and third today for City Beach. Well done. And well done to Jake Smith as well. Very spectacular. Sun's out, mate. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Max Anderson-Loke takes out the open surf race. Truey, I know how much you love these events. We're about to get underway with a female open surf race, one of the blue ribbon events of the day. Let's go through that field, mate.
Yeah, that's right. The ladies are now on the line, and they were watching that men's race with as much interest as those watching from home. And look at these tactics. Trigg Island belted straight off to the right to try and counteract that drift, and the rest of the ladies just ran through. So maybe some home beach advantage here. And Phoebe Ashwood from Fremantle on the left with that blue cap just ducking under that wave. She's already got about a 2 or 3 metre lead, but we're going to see if the tactics from Trigg Island, where they ran off to the right, and we see Soraya Lee there as well. We're going to see how that plays. There is a bit of a rip off to the right, so they may have just spotted that, and we'll see how they go after ducking under these waves.
All right, so correction from the last race. Jake Smith not in the field today. Callum Smith taking out second. So thank you to just a correction to our start and our finish list there. Well done to Callum Smith from Trigg. Here we go into the big waves, Truey.
Yeah, so they're just ducking under, and I think that's Phoebe or Soraya probably out in first and second at this stage. And we see what the competitors would have been wanting to do is just to duck dive under these waves, hold their breath, push their way out along the bottom. There's a bit of a sort of a drift that sucks out underneath these waves, and they would have made as much use of that as possible. But at this stage, I think that's Soraya in the Mother Lou cap, probably the best line to that first white can. And then Phoebe Ashwood from Fremantle into second position. Big pack behind, and I think we're going to see probably Ruby Warren from Trigg Island in that group. We'll see Daisy Hewitt and Mia Jackson from the City teams, and then Olivia Shaw from Trigg Island will also be in that group. It's real hard to see where these competitors are, and I'll tell you what, they're going to be looking up at that white can and just trying to belt into this big headwind that they've got at the moment.
Looks like Soraya Lee. The overhead shots look fantastic. From side on, she's a gun, isn't she, Truey? We've seen her come through the ranks as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old. She is smashing it out there. She's opened up a big lead. Sun's come out down here at Trigg Beach. Make sure you are sun protected, folks. UV index is right up today. Slip, slop, slap, seek some shade, slide on some sunnies. Make sure you're sun protected whether you're a spectator or a competitor. Soraya Lee, looks like she has this race in her keeping, Grant, true?
Yeah, so the advantage she's got now is she gets first crack at these little chops. While the rest of the girls are swimming into it, she's already swimming with the chops. So a 4 metre lead becomes 6 metres, and now she gets first chance to look. So she's just looking over her left-hand shoulder, just correcting up into that drift. And I know she knows the hard work's not over yet. These chops are so hard. It messes you around. It pushes your feet round to the right and really spins you off course. But it's starting to spot for waves. At this stage, there's nothing coming, so it could be a long swim for these front runners. So
Phoebe Ashworth in second, I reckon, from Freo.
So we saw Phoebe get a really good start. She stayed off to the left. Soraya went hard to the right, and now they're almost neck and neck. Small waves coming out the back. This could bring third and fourth right back into it. And we see Phoebe there just coming right up onto Soraya. Can Soraya get a little bit of a run there? Not enough to get her into shore, but definitely enough to spread that lead out. Phoebe's come through right onto her tail, and this first wave here is going to be the first clean one. Phoebe standing up. Let's see how she goes. Her head goes down. Soraya, a bit caught there, just with the white water, and Phoebe's come through into first place. This is going to come down to another run like we saw in the guys.
So Phoebe Ashworth, the under 17, Chewy. So she's just stolen a marsh there. Soraya Lee, such a big lead, but Soraya pulls back through the channel there. A run to the line. Phoebe Ashworth from Freo. Soraya Lee from Mullaloo Blue. Third, Daisy Hewitt, we reckon. Daisy Hewitt from a city. Looks like Phoebe Ashworth's going to win the surf race, folks. Freo take it out. Soraya Lee, great swim. Big hand for Soraya. What a gun swim from these two. And Daisy Hewitt from City comes through now. Great swim from the City Road Scholars. So red and white pretty prominent here today, Truey. Nice camaraderie on the line here from the two girls, from Phoebe Ashworth and Soraya Lee. And Daisy Hewitt joining them now as well. We'll get an interview on the finish line in just a sec with our winners. Great racing here. Soraya Lee, so strong, so dominant there, Truey, wasn't it? But as we're going to see all day today, it's going to be about that wave zone and who gets on that wave.
Yeah, and look, that's one of the amazing things about competing in the surf. You know, if you're competing in a pool or a track or, you know, even the kayakers, it doesn't come down to a lot of luck. It doesn't come down to how you read the conditions, but that's what makes surf so exciting and so great to watch. You can be in third or fourth or even last sometimes and still come in and win a race. So those that are out in front, they never think the race is over until they've crossed that finishing line.
Let's go down to our winner now. Phoebe Ashworth is our winner. Phoebe, when we have a chat, Phoebe, we have a chat to you. Well done today. Soraya Lee got a bit of a lead there, didn't she? But that was you're always in it on a day like this, aren't you?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I was with Megan, Soraya the whole way. So when I saw that wave come through, I just put my legs down, my arms down, just kicked as hard as I can to get over it, and I did, and it worked well.
Enjoyable. Surf competitors, tough guys, love conditions like this. So you enjoy that today?
Yeah, it was good fun. I was really happy with the conditions, and I was pretty happy, yeah.
Well done. So under 17, so racing against Soraya, who's an absolute gun. So you get one over her today. What else for you?
I kind of hurt my back in the warm-up, but I think I'm going to do the iron, so see how that goes, really.
We'd like to see you out there in the iron and get some points for Freo. Well done.
Thank you.
Phoebe Ashworth here at the finish line. Pretty popular too. Phoebe got her fans. This is one of our favourite events. We go now to the Open Ski Race in Grant True. You're down there with a gun field.
Yeah, that's right. So we mentioned these conditions. The conditions are going to have probably more influence on these ski races. We get to see the skis go around 5 or 6 times today. So we've got the ski race, we've got the teams relay, and then we've got the Ocean Man races later. So this is going to be spectacular. We're going to see probably not as much of a lead change on the way in, but on the way out, these guys know that they've got to get their line right. And when they get a chance, they're going to hammer it to try and get over that wave. We saw in the youth that, some of the competitors will sit back and wait, but quite often those that charge it and hit it hard, they're the ones that get the best advantage today. So ones to watch, everyone's favourite, Dan Humble from Trigg on the far left with that yellow tail on his ski. Jack Reddy, he knows he likes to surf, and I think he's going to need a little bit of luck today. And then Chris Taylor, right in the middle there with those Northcott nice shorts there. He's going to be one to watch with the white cap and the stripes on the front. But run start, a little bit unconventional, but these conditions today, we really need to give all the competitors the best chance. So in the starters' hands, and let's see how they go with this Le Mans type start. So the trick today is that after they've jumped on, their tails are going to hook round to the left, and that's going to mess. As we see, everyone's now facing left, and we see probably in the middle, Chris with the best of the start, and then back to Josh Windsor there from Trigg Island. They're in the middle, Dan Humble on the left, Jack Reddy just popping up, but it's in the middle at the moment with Josh and Chris. Just going to get the first of these waves on the lap. Let's see how they go. Nose goes up, bang! First lot of white water. Josh took that well. Dan Humble snuck out on the left. Trigg Island 1 and 2 already.
Yeah, so good. Dan Humble starting a ski race. The ski race final, one of the most spectacular sights you can see the WA Surf League, the SunSmart WA Surf League. Look at him go out there. He knows he had to go left and he sort of stayed left. Now he's using it brute power, all those kilowatts Truey on our overhead shots, and he's joined now but he does have company, but We always see Dan Humble so good across the top of the apex of these courses, don't we? Let's see what he can do today. He slowly brings himself, but he's got a bit of work to do because he's pushing back into that northerly.
Yeah, absolutely. So we would normally see these guys getting pushed to the right. They're going to have to paddle hard into it around around the 3 blue cans today. So Dan Humble first at the can. Josh wins it into second position, I think, at this stage. And then that might be Chris Taylor from Northcott in third position. Maybe Jack Reddy's in there. We mentioned he does like the surf. So it's Trigg Island, City of Perth, and then I think back to maybe Sorrento in fourth position. Let's see how they go. Dan Humble first round. Again, that means he gets the first crack at these runs.
Just the overhead shots from our drone are amazing. They see Dan Humble isolated on camera now. He looks fantastic, True. He's so strong, isn't he? He's got that ability to change pace. We talk about it, those big 8, 10, 12 strokes that just set him aside from the other ski paddlers. He's got company there today, but the getting on the wake's not going to mean much in those conditions. Dan Humble looks fantastic on camera. He's heading back in towards the beach very shortly, Grand True.
Yeah, so with with the sun just coming out, we get to see some runs here. And Josh Windsor just pulling onto that little run, just coming up on the dam. But now it's Dan's turn for that run. And I think there's waves coming. And those guys out the back, they'll be begging for some big runs to come through. Sitting up out of that yellow can. First big wave here. Chris Taylor from, I think that's Chris Taylor from Northcott. He's going to get this little run. If he can turn it into a wave with Jack Reddy, this game is going to be on for first, second, and third. So Chris Taylor there, look at that, straight up onto these guys. Trigg Island boys going, what do we have to do to win one of these? But have a look, Dan Humble, big white water now. See how these guys go with holding their skis straight.
A race in 3. Here we go. Get excited, Trigg. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. He's come down to the wave zone once again, Truey.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Taylor held that all the way from out the back, held it straight, and big win there for Northcott. First big points for them. Looking back to Dan Humble, Josh Windsor, and then Jack Reddy into fourth position. Great wave. That's why we love surf. Anything can happen. And Chris Taylor just timed that wave and held it straight. Really important, those surf skills. He held that ski straight.
Very, very spectacular bit of racing. Well done to all the boys. Gets bringing them across the line. Jacko across the line now. Got a bit of a limp on Jacko today. Got a bit of a sore ankle. Dan Humble in second, but a superb race. Let's go to Chris Taylor here on the finish line in just a moment as he catches his breath. Joshy Windsor, great race from Joshy Windsor from Trigg as well, and Jack Reddy as well. The big smile of world Jack Reddy. There he is. Chris Taylor joins us on the finish line. Mate, number one, that was a ripping race, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was great fun out there in those conditions. Everyone's in with a shot when it's like that, so it's really good to sneak a wave at the back there and scream past them. So
Dan Humble doesn't come second in too many SunSmart WA Surf League races, but he got away. You just had to hang in and get through that wave zone, right, mate?
Yeah, he got away really well and really strong around the cans that he always is, and started taking off at the front end after the third can. So yeah, really good to pull him in.
Just reflecting on Joshy Windsor and Jack Reddy, two of the young guys. They're always pushing up, these young blokes, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Surf ski paddling in WA is going really strong. It's good to get lots of clubs involved and really push ourselves so that when we go over east, we're up there with a shot.
Chris, great racing today. Very exciting. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris Taylor from Northcott. Ripper race that. And these are awesome. They're so spectacular, these races in the WA Surf League. Straight into finals, no heats, and another great field. Dan Humble, very, very good in that event on his home turf. Very strong as always, but state captains are always magnanimous when they get on the podium. Well done to Dan Humble from Trigg. This is a good field too, Truey, as we go into the women's final now, the women's A final. So I hope these are right. Representing Trigg Green, Jasmine Shipway Carr, very much in the scheme of things in the favouritism. City Road Scholars, Nikita Freyden, Ashley Booker, Sorrento, Tash Lever Such, Cot Pylons, Phoebe George, City B, Sarah May, Mullaloo Gold, Harriet Brown, Northcott, Selma Alibajovic, I hope I got it right, Selma, Scarborough Jane Howard, and Mullaloo Blue, Laura Evans. This should be a cracking ski race, Grant.
Yeah, look, we saw Glenn Eldon do really well for Cottesloe there, one of the veteran ski paddlers. We may well see again with Tash Leversuch, one of the more experienced competitors in this field. She really loves the surf. She's been doing well in the downwinders, But for me, Jasmine Shipway-Carr from Trigg Island and Harriet Brown from Northcott, they're the ones to watch. Another Le Mans start, straight onto these skis. Let's see how these ladies go.
Yeah, always a wave in contention, as we've seen in the surf races and in the ski races. Nikita Freydenay just getting herself out there nicely, True. Looks like she might just get through. So little wave building at the back, the overhead shots. We've got our drone up in the air, look amazing. And we see now that you called it, mate. Looks like Tash Leversuch is just getting herself out there now.
Yeah, so one more wave to go for Tash out the back. If she clears this, it's just about game over. Big, big wave. Tash is off to an early lead. And you know what? She's done well. She knew when to go. She didn't hold back. She put the pedal to the metal. And that's what it takes to do well in these ski races. So looks like Mother Lou, Trigg Island into second. And a bit of a race on for the rest of the field. Still getting worked over in that surf zone. And skis and paddles everywhere. But the races with Tash Leversuch on that purple ski right out the back.
Nikita Freydenay nearly got herself through there from City. She got through it, then just got knocked off at the last moment. Natasha Leversuch from Northcott is out in front. From Cottesloe. My apologies. One of the worst things you can possibly say. She's from the Cottesloe Pylons. Tash Leversuch heads out towards that first blue can, Truey. We have Trigg out there too. Still some carnage from that wave as the girls pick up their skis. But Tash Leversuch goes around in the lead, but she's got company, mate.
Yeah, and don't forget, we saw what happened in the guys' race. Anything can happen with this surf. Tash, as I said, is experienced. She'll know what she's doing, settling in just into a nice rhythm around the top. She'll be thinking about what's coming up in about 30 seconds. Thinking it through, looking at the chops, and knowing that she's got a fight on there with Trigg Island. Much younger than her, but not as much experience.
4 paddlers very much in contention here in the women's A ski final. Tash Leversuch from the Cottesloe Pylons on the purple ski out in front. You can see the drone over the head of the SunSmart WA Surf League. Thanks to Engine, our official apparel sponsors as well. Get yourself into some Engine gear, folks. Train in Engine, compete in Engine. Thanks for having them on board. Looks like it might be a race in 2. Third and fourth have just dropped off a little bit. Truey, we come into the wave zone very shortly. Tash Leversuch along with a Trigg competitor right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we normally see a ski race come down to brute strength when it's flat. Today it's about what's going on between your ears. Where are you thinking you're going to go, knowing where the ski's going to run and where that chop's going to want to push you. So just starting to look now. It looks fairly flat, so we could see a run turn into a small wave, which would suit these front runners. Tash just pulling onto that little wave.
Jazz Shipway-Carr there too, Truey. Jazz Shipway-Carr from Trigg, just getting her nose in front.
Big wave there. Look at Tash lay back, getting the nose of that ski to pop. That's great surf skills. Straight over, 1, 2, 3.
So
Bit of
good.
work now. And Jasmine there still just running on the back of this wave. What an amazing performance. Great surf skills from Tash on the way out. And Jasmine
Amazing.
still on her hip. Could come down to a run.
Yeah, well done to Tash Leversuch. That is great surfing from her, isn't it? Jazz Shipway-Carr, what will happen here? Look at Jasmine Shipway-Carr go from Trigg. Too strong on the sand there, True. What a great... Give him a big cheer, folks. Give Tash Leversuch a big cheer. Great surf skills from the Cottesloe Pylons veteran. City Beach coming in now, True. Keep an eye on that water, if you will. So it looks like... I reckon this might be Nikita Freydenay. That's a good recovery from her. She's never out of it. What a great competitor she is.
Yeah, just coming askew on the shore there, letting that ski go over the top. Pretty comfortable into third position. And, yeah, she had a bit of trouble on the way out, but she's fought back well.
She's a gun.
And, yeah, come in. But I just love that first and second position in that. You know, Jasmine, one of the up-and-coming paddlers. Tash, so experienced. As we see Nikita cross the line into third position. Again, valuable points for that club.
Good
And,
recovery from
yeah.
her. She came off, nearly got through the big wave, came off, and then just good camaraderie down here between the girls. We'll try and catch up with Jazz Shipway-Carr down here on the finish line. Bring all these competitors in, folks, from your team, from your club. This is what the SunSmart WA Surf League is all about. Round 1 down here at Trigg Beach. Let's catch up with Jazz Shipway-Carr right now on the finish line. How was that? Congratulations.
It's pretty wild out there. Just popped over at the start and got away from a couple of the other girls, which was nice to have some room around the cans.
What's it like when you've got someone with a reputation like Tash Leversuch just in front of you with all those surf shoes? She did brilliantly to get through in front of you, but it's never over till it's over, right?
Yeah, she just went out so fast. I was so surprised seeing her out there so quickly. And then coming in, she just works those runs really well. She does a lot of downwind with us as well, so I knew she was going to be really tough coming back in to get.
I wonder how she felt standing up, knowing you were just behind her. She, it was very exciting. Hey, you're on your home turf, on your home beach. Does it help, or is this is unusual today, isn't it, with the wind out of the north?
Yeah, it's a little bit unusual, but I guess the swells and stuff like that, it's all pretty similar. And yeah, it's just something we're all trying to work on is that surf practice. Something you can always get better at.
Well done, Jazz. You were fantastic today, and I know the Trigg guys are right behind you. Anything more for you today?
That's all. I'm going to go get some water. Thank you.
No, well done. Thanks, Jasmine. Jasmine Shipway Carr from Trigg. Well done. Thank you. Very, very good race, Chewy. The veteran Tash Lever started getting through the surf, and Jazz, those youthful legs just getting her across the finish line first. Folks, make sure you are sun protected today. I know that talking. If you look over at our little village here, down here at the SunSmart WA Surf League for round 1. Plenty of people here staying in the shade. You can see the long sleeves, the hats, the sunscreen, the sunglasses, slip, slop, slap, seek some shade, slide on some sunnies. The My UV app is what you need on your phone to keep yourself sun protected all year long here in Western Australia and all around Australia. I hope you're enjoying all the sights and sounds. Plenty of racing still to come, including the beach flags and, of course, the Ironman races as well. Truey, back to you.
Yeah, so we're just going to look back on these conditions while we've got a bit of a break. We see the Ironman just getting themselves set up. So for those that aren't familiar with surf lifesaving, the Ironman race is a swim, board and ski with a run transition in between each leg. So one of the longer type events on the calendar. But again, don't forget, as Simon mentioned, really important to be sunwise and sun smart today. Just because it's cloudy doesn't mean the UV index drops. We're expecting 11 today. And again, so the sun's out and everyone's got their hats and doing the right thing. And the second most popular piece of equipment on today, the big engine jackets, one of our equipment or one of our event sponsors. Everyone's rugged up nice and warm in their engine jackets. So very popular today. But again, the competitors getting their instructions for the Ironman race today. And we'll see the guys go around and then the girls go around later. And we're going to see some beach flags coming up very soon. So conditions, the wind's dropped off a little bit. The rain has stopped, thanks for that. And we're down here live at Trigg Island for the SunSmart WA Surf League, live streaming around the world. So big shout out to all those watching from home, from over east or around the world. Don't forget slip, slop, slap and wrap. And make sure you keep that sunscreen on and get into as much shade and stay warm and hydrated today.
Truey, just down here at the beach flag. So we are down to a race in 4 in the women's. So 4 runners, 3 flags. Sydney Rafferty still finds herself in the field at this stage, the winner of the beach sprint. Just reflecting on heads down, starters up. Good start from Rafferty. All right, so we go through to a race in 3 now. The Trigg competitor goes out. So City and Sorrento go through. The boys are down to 3. So Charlie Rigby still in contention here from Sorrento, Mullaloo and Trigg. Three guns. This is the beach flags. The blue ribbon events. This is on the northern part of the SunSmart WA Surf League village. Just preparing the course here. 3 runners, 2 flags. Can Charlie Rigby make it 2 from 2? 3 runners, 2 flags. Getting to the exciting conclusion of our racing here today. Boys go down in preparation. Charlie Rigby, winner of the beach sprint, still in contention from Sorrento. He's on the ocean side, as you can see from our camera here. Will host. Yep, will host. Hegney in there as well. And starters orders, they come up. All right, so down to 2. Nice little crowd here. Rain coming through again down here at Trigg Beach. So Rafferty still in contention here. Hope you're enjoying the footage here from Trigg. 2 boys down. We go down to the final of the flags very shortly in the men's. And this is the elimination here in the women's. City, Sorrento. Sydney Rafferty, Lucy Hills, we think, and Imogen Harrington. In starters' hands. And they are up. Great start again from Rafferty, using all their power, all their muscle. So the City Beach and Sorrento go through. Going down to our final of the men's. Will Host and Charlie Rigby about to duke it out for the final of the beach flags. If you're anywhere near the flags, you're about 30 seconds away from the final. Preparations being made. Getting through this super quick today. This is the of the flags. Rafferty from Sorrento will host from Trigg. They go down. Different preparations. Two Ripper sprinters in position now, right now. This is the final. Here we go. In starters' hands. They are up and they are racing. Rigby just in front there. Great race. Let's hear it for the boys. Great event. Well done to host. Will Host as well. Ripper work.
Okay, Simon, just as these ladies are getting themselves set for the final run for the flags, we've got board swim ski today for the Ironman and the Iron Women, so they'll be getting underway very soon. So back to you with the final of the women's beach flags, and then we'll head straight back down into the Ironman race.
Thanks, thank you very much. All right, the final of the women's flags. Here we go. 2 of the big hitters. This is Lucy Hills from City Beach. This is the Flying Sydney Rafferty from the Sorrento Dolphins. Come on, have a look at this, folks. In starters' hands, 2 of the big hitters, 2 emerging sprinting talent. Rafferty up first. And just all the skills on display. Great close racing. Lucy Hills in second. Sydney Rafferty is the beach flags champ. So the Sorrento guys, the Sorrento Dolphins, have taken out the beach sprint and they have taken out the flags as well. Charlie, come over here, mate. Let's have a quick chat before we go back down to our water arena. Charlie Rigby from Sorrento. Mate, good racing, nice tight racing, you and host in the final.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a good race. Will flags really well.
Sydney Rafferty always there and thereabouts, isn't she? As the rain comes through, Sydney Rafferty, great performance. So again, Sorrento Dolphins pick up some points.
Yeah, it's good. Sid's done really well today. We both train together all the time, so I was looking forward to competing today.
Yeah, well done, mate. Well done. 2 from 2. Good on you.
Thanks.
Batting a 1,000 in the sprints today, Charlie Rigby, and if you just look over in the Mick, just over there in the finish line, Sydney Rafferty taking the shelter from the rain. She takes out the beach flags as well. Chewy, back to the water arena. Thank you to Sandy and the gang in the sprinting arenas. Back to you, mate.
Yeah, so the wind's just come in. It started to rain, and we're straight into the Ironman final. So we spoke about Will Savage before. He's dominated all winter, and he's going to be one to watch. Max Anderson-Loke and Max Hunter from Trigg Island there. So again, 2 competitors running down to the right, but that looks like Max Hunter just smashing it straight out, and he's going for the quickest possible route down to Will Savage on the far south. So Max Hunter there popping over that wave, best of the starts, and that looks like it might be Sam Hanson-Thompson from Northcott. A few waves here to worry them. We just see them popping up. What they're trying to do is get the nose up and then trying to get the weight forward on their boards to keep that momentum. Big wave coming. This is going to smash everyone except Max, I think, and he'll be very happy about that for the start of the Open Ironman.
Yes, big strong boy, isn't he? And very great swimmer. We know he can run a bit too, True, don't we? We've seen him in these events previously. His bulk belies he's a good runner as well. That'll help him in between legs here. But he's stolen a bit of a march there, mate. Race well and truly on for second and third.
Yeah, so we see Will and Sam, they're staying up on their knees, but Max there from Trigg Island staying down low all the way out. Max Anderson-Loke in 4th position, I think there, and then Harry Hewitt in 5th. So Trigg Island doing really well, probably out 1st and 2nd at this stage, but Max still on his stomach, just getting those legs going and arms at a high rating. Again, the yellow cans for the board, and we're going to see this lead change, I'm sure, with these guys going in and out 6 times into the surf.
All the clubs well represented here, aren't they, Chewy? So we've got 11 clubs represented, or 8 clubs and 11 teams, all represented today. As you say, Savage, Anderson-Loke, Benny Jones and Trigg, also one of the names to watch. But from side on, nice work in the board from the big fella from City.
Yeah, so doing really well there. So, again, I think that's Max. So in the top 5, we'll have Will, Max, Max Hunter as well from Trigg Island, who I think's just got the lead at this stage from where we can see. And then back to Sam from Northcott. So all over the place at this stage. And we see just laying down, trying to get as much speed as possible. No big waves coming, but you never know what's sneaking out at the back. And these guys will be looking for any assistance they can to make it a little bit easier to get in. So Max Hunter there just running it really hard onto that wave. Just going to miss out. And looks like it might be Will Savage. They're one of the favourites, just pushing onto that little chop.
Never out of contention, Will Savage, isn't he? But this is Maxi Hunter. Just having a little look over his shoulder. He's got a nice little run there, Tree. Yeah, the shots here at our caravan look awesome. And I'm sure our viewers at home are enjoying it on mybeach.com. But Maxi Hunter from Trigg on his home turf comes across that wave zone beautifully. Racing 3 at the front at this stage.
Yeah, we just saw him look over his right shoulder there, and he's just been joined by Max and Will. So he had a great start and got a lead, but these two seasons competitors, they've come back. So running around this transition, 1, 2, 3, separated by about 3 metres. And their goggles are going on. They're starting to think about where they're running. Look at the carnage on the way in from the rest of this field. They've got to try and dodge that on the way out. A lot of work to do for these guys. 2nd of 3 legs.
Can't wait to see this. This is as good as it gets. 3 big guns heading out into the swim leg tether. Can't wait to see how this parries out. Sam Henson-Thompson coming through now, the big unit, the epic paddler. There he goes from Northcott, coming under our finish arch now. Keep an eye on these guys. They will push up.
Yeah, so we see Max Anderson-Loke there. He's sitting in 3rd. He already won the surf race, so we know he can swim. Harry Hewitt sitting in 4th. He's a very good swimmer. He'll probably try and work his way into the top 3 as well. So Sam just diving under that wave. Harry porpoising out. But at this stage, it's the 2 Maxes and Will Savage out to a lead. They've got one more little bit of white water to duck under, and they're out into what's relatively clear water today for the hard work of swimming.
Who's the strongest swimmer out of those 3, mate? We know that Maxi Anderson-Loke can swim. Will Savage is a gun at this format, and Maxi Hunter as well. Who do you like?
Well, if it just comes down to pure swim speed, I'd say Max Anderson-Loke. But we've seen Will Savage use the swim in Ironman races to really make his move. He's been behind in the board and the ski and come through the field from miles out to win Ironman races. So he's obviously got a lot of fitness there. But Max Anderson-Loke for me in pure speed. But when it comes down to grit, Will Savage and that fitness and I suppose tested racing, I think it's going to be way too hard to call.
All right, so they hit around the can for the first time. So racing 3, I guess they'll be trying to get a little bit of a draft tree. You're still some advantage, I guess, to getting on someone's feet, but pretty rough conditions. You're getting thrown around a fair bit. 3 very, very strong swimmers. This is the best bit, Tree, as they go across the top of the course, and you can see how strong these guys in the water. So strong. So many swimming kilometres in these arms and these shoulders. The 2 Maxes and Will Savage well out in front here in the Ironman.
Yeah, absolutely. There is still a bit of an advantage to sit on someone's wash. It also allows you, if you trust that they're going in the right direction, it allows you to just not lift your head as much, which burns energy that you're going to need later on. So these guys at this stage, they're just smashing into that headwind and smashing into those chops. Again, we've seen in the surf races, it's hard work on the way in. Even catching a wave, body surfing, you might go faster, but it's really, really hard. So it looks like it's, I think, Trigg Island around that that last can into the swim. big waves coming, big chops coming out the back. And don't forget, these guys have got the ski coming up in about 45 seconds.
This is going to be so exciting. So the race in 3, they'll try and stay together. I got a sense as they ran through the first transition, Truey, they were just girding themselves to the sim. No one going too hard to go back into the water, given the surf conditions. It's pretty tough out there. This ski is going to be epic today. This will be all about coming back through that wave zone. They're going to need to stick together and back their surf skills in. Max Hunter, Max Anderson-Loke and Will Savage, who is on that wave.
Yeah, just going to get over. I think that's Max Hunter maybe, just pulling over onto that wave. Woo. Look at that, great work kicking, and he's turned that wave into what could be a race-winning lead. So head down there and back down. The other guy's still out the back, and Harry Hewitt, the big mover, coming up onto their tail.
Big cheer from the beach, Truey. How about that? How's the roar on the beach? Not one, but 2 waves for Maxie Hunter from Trigg. Throws off to the handler. And that was a superb surf skills. Bring him through, Trigg. Let's hear it. SunSmart, round 1 of the WA Surf League.
Yeah, just shows how much I know, Simon. I called Max Anderson-Loke and Will Savage as the ones to watch in the swim. But Max Hunter's surf skills, phenomenal effort there. Real grit. It was only a little run, but he turned it into a wave. And look at these. These guys were swimming next to him about 10 seconds ago, and he's on the ski, and they're still running. So that's got to be heartbreaking for these guys. But as we've seen with these conditions, anything can happen, and they know there's a long way to go in this ski leg.
The Will Savage out in front. Thank you, Will Savage out in front. Great work from him. So here we go. Max Anderson-Loke, the Rhodes Scholar, comes past the finish line now. There is Maxie Hunter. So Will Savage out in front. Great work from him. Onto the wave, Harry Hewitt comes through now in 4th place from City. So he'll be pushing up. Just needs to get himself around the course, really, doesn't he, Will Savage? Superb surf skills. The guy who just always is in contention. The surf's up today. He loves it. Harry Hewitt comes through now.
Yeah, and look, compared to these other guys, he's still relatively young. He's probably 4 or 5 years younger than Max Anderson-Loke in 2nd position at this stage. But that lead, look, Max is looking at these waves. Both Maxes eyeing off whitewater while Will's out the back settling into a rhythm, and he can just catch his breath. He's got to get a wave in, but at least he knows he's got a bit of a buffer. And again, that wave he got in the swim wasn't just 1 wave buffer. It was 2 or 3 by the time he got going. Max Anderson-Loke in a lot of trouble on the left, and Max Hunter from Trigg Island sneaking over that big whitewater into a comfortable 2nd position. Harry Hewitt charging in this ski. He could be another big mover here.
All right, so Will Savage, the gun Ironman, goes around the blue can, the SunSmart can for the first time. He comes near the apex of the course. Will Savage, superb surf skills. You're right, Harry Hewitt not too far out of this. So we see Savage going around the top of the course now as the rain comes down again here at the Trigg Beach.
Yeah, and we've got Sam Henson Thompson from Northcote. He's actually a ski paddler. So, he didn't do the ski. He left that for Chris Taylor, who took out the win, but he's now got some white water in front of him. And we've got Archie Davis there from Fremantle into 5th position. So Harry Hewitt into 3rd, Max Hunter into 2nd. But our winner at this stage, already on his way in, well, unless something goes drastically wrong, is Will Savage. So these conditions, they're messing with everyone today, Simon.
Yeah, look at Sam Henson Thompson going. Bit of a crowd favourite, the big unit. As we look over to the northwest and another rain band coming through, but ahead of the Ironman for women. So Will Savage, awesome performance in the swim leg. He gets that run through. He makes his way in. This has been a dominant performance after that double wave across the wave zone. And I reckon he's going to take out the Ironman. Great race on for 2nd out there. And Sammy Henson Thompson doing some damage as well. Let's bring Will Savage in, ladies and gentlemen, down here on the beach. This has been a great race from him. This is where he did the damage last time, Truey, coming through here.
Yeah, that last little wave he's on, it's just going to kick the back of the ski up. He's got to concentrate. In these conditions, you can never really switch off. Bit of white water here, but nothing for him to worry about. He'll jump onto his feet and just cruise into this finishing line for a great win in the Open Ironman.
Yeah, let's hear it, folks. Bring him in. He took a little look over his left-hand shoulder. Crowd goes wild down there on the bend. He wins the Ironman here at Trigg. Great work from Will Savage. What a gun he is. What a superstar. Race on for second out there. The boys come into the waves right now. Some little runs coming through as this looks like it's about to snow here at Trigg Beach. Big rain band coming through. Cherie, you'll be down there with a winner in just a moment, but dominant swim performance from Will Savage. Let's see what can happen out here in the water now. Second, third and fourth all looking to try and get a wave and get that run in across the channel here at Trigg. Plenty of sand, plenty of seaweed, plenty of cross current.
Yeah, these guys have actually paddled straight into a rip, which you can see that sandy white water. Max Anderson-Loke on a wave out the back. Max Hunter just skewing there. We see how hard this is, and these guys are good paddlers. Harry Hewitt, he's jumped on that opportunity. Look at him go, absolutely flying in here. He wants to get onto that podium when he was so far out at the start of the swim.
Look at the rating of Max Anderson-Loke now as he comes in. He's got a nice little straight run to the beach, but look at Harry Hewitt go.
Yeah, great race there from Harry. He was well back going into the swim, but he's come through, and Max Hunter and Max Anderson-Loke finishing off third and fourth. Still a run on here. Don't take it easy yet too early, but good points there. Trigg Island City. The big guys have come to the show today, Simon.
They have made the Rhodes Scholar crosses the line now. Great performance. Maxie Hunter finishes in third. You're down there with Will Savage. Great race from Harry Hewitt. What about Harry Hewitt today? And the big fella from North Cottesloe goes to get his doing a little bit of foraging there for his paddle. But the big guy, Sammy Henderson Thompson, one of the crowd favourites, the epic paddler, gets himself up onto the sand and close to the finish line. Let's go down to the finish line. Grant True is without a winner, Will Savage from Trigg.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. Will, he's already got his breath back. That's how fit this guy is. We were just having a bit of a chat, and obviously the main thing that happened there was that beautiful wave in the surf race.
Yeah, definitely. I was swimming in, I just felt something pick me up, and I just had to get my head down and kick as hard as I could just to keep on it. It was a good wave.
Yeah, look, I think where you were sitting, everyone had the same opportunity, but you just seemed to kick hard, and it was almost as if you're leaning forward, trying to wheel yourself over that wave. That really set up that race for you.
Yeah, it was definitely good going into the final leg, just having that lead, just to get a bit in front. Yeah, it was good.
And as you were going into the ski, you saw the other guys still coming out. You must have known, barring any major incidents, that you had that race wrapped up.
Yeah, when I saw them coming out, I was like, I have a bit of a lead. I just got to get out clean, make sure I don't fall off or anything. Don't slew on the way in, yeah.
And what's else for you on today's calendar?
Just have the run in the Ocean Man really later on, yeah.
You got the run?
Yeah, I'm running, yeah.
All right, no more surf for Will. And Simon, off to start in the Open Iron Woman.
Yeah, Will Savage, well done, mate. Sorry about the mistaken identity out there today. We'll be better for round two. Well done to Will Savage and well done to Trigg. How good is this field looking in the women's in the Iron Woman today? Nikita Freydenay from the City Road Scholars, Makara Malice from Trigg Green, Phoebe Ashworth. Will she take the line? She did win the surf race today, but she's got a little bit of a sore back. And the gun, Soraya Lee, looking for a little bit of redemption today. Ashley Booker from Sorrento, Taylor Suter from the Cottesloe Pylons, Mia Jackson from City B, Sarah May from Mullaloo Gold, Kira Madneo, I hope I got that right, Kira, my apologies, Olivia Shue from Trigg Red, and Ali Nielsen from Scarborough. Really, really good field, mate. All the gun women are here. Will Phoebe Ashworth take the line after the win in the surf race? Bit of a sore back.
Yeah, so we've already mentioned that Makara, she did so well in the Iron Women's Series. The three-race series that's just started up again this year. Soraya Lee, so strong in this swim again. So you're going to have to, keep an eye out for her. Phoebe Ashworth, also in the swim. And then Nikita Freydenay. She's been doing really well on the craft, and board is her favourite. So she's going to be wanting to try and establish an early lead. But a competitor that we've seen over the years, just always in there, always in top threes, top four position, is Ashley Booker from Sorrento. Ladies on the line here. Let's see what tactics they use, who runs right, and who just hammers it out straight out to these cans.
In starters' hands, the Iron Woman. Let's take them in. So Soraya Lee on the southern side of the course. Nice start from Nikita Freydenay in the City Beach top there. And game on. I can't see Phoebe Ashworth in the start line-up, Truey. I don't reckon she's made it. She said she's had a sore back after the Freo athlete after winning the surf race. Tweaked her back in the warm-up. But Soraya Lee off to the south, getting pushed out by that current. And game on in the women's Iron Woman.
Yeah, so this is a real open field here. You've seen them really just, spread out from left to right. And Sarah May on the right, she's probably she's the furthest out, but she's got a long way to come back. Big waves out the back. And at this stage, Nikita, she's probably in last place from City of Perth. She's got a bit of work to do. This wave coming through would have helped her immensely. So we see Sarah just on the right.
Soraya Lee's off, so Soraya Lee comes off after that wave. Never write Nikita Freydenay off, mate. We know that from her junior racing days. She's tough as we saw her make a good comeback. She now finds herself in the lead, Truey. So Nikita Freydenay, I reckon, from City Beach. Look at Soraya Lee's just down near Scarborough, mate. She's just pushed really far south of the Mullaloo Superstar. Freydenay is through the waves, the little tough nut, up on her knees now from City, and she is away.
Yeah, that's quite amazing, isn't it? And Nikita was in last position, and just from waiting, and we see Ashley Booker there on the far left as well is now out, but she just waited and then popped over that wave and into first position. So we mentioned the board is her strength, so she's obviously in a real comfortable position at this stage. Still a long way to go, and we saw the lead change a lot. But at this stage, Nikita Freydenay from City of Perth and Ashley Booker from Sorrento in 1 and 2.
Amazing racing. As we saw in the Ironman, anything could happen. It's all about coming back into the beach. It's about getting through the waves as best you can on the way up, particularly for the girls, and then anything could happen. So we think Freydenay's out in the lead. She's got some company there with Trigg. So Nikita Freydenay in the pink top there in the City Beach cap. She's a gun. She's very, very good on the board. A lot of state titles on the board. Oh, she's got company. Where is Soraya Lee? Can she hang on and use that awesome swim leg power weapon of hers? Soraya Lee needs to try and stay in contention after coming off early.
Yeah, and I think Makara's just joined those first two place getters or first two position holders into third position. They're all on their stomach laying down, getting their arms going, but it'll be Nikita. It's just turn first and get the first crack at these little runs. But, we've seen Nikita all, for the last 3 or 4 years. She was really one of the first superstars of the Surf League. We saw her, as a 13-year-old come through and just shock everyone in the board. She's still going. So, she's so young still, but one of the more experienced competitors.
Never gives up. Tough competitor. Is that Makara Malice from a Trigg Green right there with her, right on her wash. Look at Nikita go, digging deep, trying to get into this wave zone first. I reckon that's Malice from Trigg there as well, mate, if my eyes are right. So she's having a good day as well. But some company in there in second place. Onto the wave run now, Truey.
Yeah, first little run there. Nikita's just trying to work. Ashley, fantastic. Pulled over that. And then we've got a big wave coming out the back for Makara, which will just sit her nicely all the way in. But Nikita and Ashley in first and second. They'll get a little chance to catch their breath, but they're already thinking, where do I need to hit this shore? And we see Nikita hooked to the right of screen and straight to her feet as she heads off into this swim leg. Ashley Booker into second position and Makara in third position.
Well, you
still well positioned.
You called it, Ash. You said that Ashley Booker would be up there. So let's bring them through. Nikita Freydenay, so tough, so good. Ashley Booker there as well.
Yeah, and we see a big wind, squall and rain about to hit, and that's going to push the surf up. And these girls are just running past, and they're already looking out to sea. They would have spent that whole run looking out to sea.
They all went well north, didn't they? All three swimmers. So Freydenay goes in first. Ashley Booker goes in now from the Sorrento Dolphins. And I think that's Makara Malice there too. Soraya Lee has recovered. The gun swimmer makes her way down to the water now. So she is in contention still. Soraya Lee never out of it. Got knocked off by the wave, but she goes back in now. Another rain band comes through. This is round one of the SunSmart WA Surf League. Make sure you are sun protected today. Slip, slop, slack, sleep some shade, side onto the sunnies. Freydenay getting herself out through those waves. Ashley Booker in there as well. And let's see what Soraya Lee can do here. Can she push up onto these girls? We know how strong she is as a swimmer. The Mullaloo gun. Really good race in the Iron Woman today. Another wave hammers the girls as they go through. Nikita Freydenay was in last position when she started the board today, but pushed her way through the waves and now gets herself out into a little bit of clear water. Still another wave coming through from for third and fourth place. So Ashley Booker just manages to get herself under the wave there from the Sorrento Dolphins. Friday just using all that experience, all that toughness. She's so tough, Truey. Such a good competitor in the second half of all races. Soraya Lee is making a move on the field. She is through the waves now as well. Soraya going to have to work pretty hard here, stay in contention as the wave zone comes back up. But Nikita Friday from City Beach, from the City of Perth Surf Club in the pink top, gets herself around the first of the Surf Life Saving WA cans. Makes a right-hand turn now. Let's have a look at the form of Friday. Very, very strong. You can see the training, all that hard work. She gets herself across the apex of the course now. So Nikita Friday from City Beach. Actually, Booker is there. We think Makara Malice from Trigg Beach is there as well. Big black cloud hanging over Trigg Beach right at the moment. Very exciting action. Still some races to come. Chewy, Nikita, very, very strong.
Yeah, look, we've got some great footage here for those watching from home, and you can see that lead is now down to about 2 metres with Makara. Fantastic swim. We just saw Mother Lou just on the tail there as well, but these camera shots just show how bumpy it is. And for those that used to swimming in a pool or a nice flat day down the beach, this is real hard work. Nikita, they're just turning right, and look, we can see them sometimes, but other times they're in the troughs of these chops and the waves. So it's hard work out there. But Nikita and Makara out in front. Soraya Lee, as you said, massive, massive move into third position. They're coming into the wave zone. This is going to be another great transition.
Oh, how good is this? How good has it been having some surf and a big north current today? This has been spectacular racing in the SunSmart WA Surf League. Can Soraya get closer? Can she get herself back into contention? Can she get herself a wave? The waves, the swells start to build now as they have all day, Chewy. They just pop up out of nowhere. Friday, City of Perth, Makara Malice from Trigg having a blinder, but Soraya Lee is making her move now. That's a massive swim from Soraya Lee today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Makara's probably into first position now. So she's just caught up. And again, Soraya's probably going to pass Nikita as well. Big waves coming. Here we go. This may well give these front runners. I think Makara's seen it. Nikita's got her head down. And if she can just kick onto it. Beautiful surfing there. Look at this. Head down now. Kick, kick, kick like we saw Will Savage. Makara, their fantastic surf skills. She's obviously been training with Will, or maybe Will's taught her how to do that.
Great reaction from the crowd. It's the best part of the day, isn't it, when the athlete gets on a wave. Makara Malice has it. Will she have a little look? But she stands up now. Went into the water in third, Truey. Little look over on the left-hand side. Go Mac is the call from the crowd. So where is Nikita Friday off to the south now? She'll stand up. Little gully there, Truey. One more wave to transverse for the little tough nut. Makara Malice from Trigg will grab hold of the ski now. Will grab hold of the paddler. Still game on, very much so. Powerfully built. Makara Malice goes back in now. Nikita Friday up onto the sand. Runs past the village. Runs past her teammates, the City Beach guys. What about that swim from Soraya Lee, folks? Give it up for Lee. Nikita Friday head down. Tough as. There goes Chewy. Soraya Lee, a massive swim.
Yeah, absolutely. Just running around now. And it's Makara still in the lead, but she's been hit with some little chops here. Nikita's running north, Soraya running around onto the ski. Let's see which way she goes. Left, right, straight out. Straight out to those blue cans. She's eyed the waves off at the back. Makara is off. This gives Nikita and Soraya a bit of a chance.
Bit of fatigue starting to build up now. Race in three. Malice gets herself back on the Dolphin ski. Nikita Friday needs to get through here. Nose intact. Goes through. Bit of a swimmer coming through as well. Malice gets back on. This is incredibly exciting. Look at Soraya Lee go. You can tell the fatigue in the girls. Hey, they just push so hard in that chop. Friday out through the waves now. This next wave, all important, Grant True.
Yeah, and we saw Nikita just slow there. She just waited to find the right time. Now she's going as hard as she can to get over these little waves. There's a wave out the back. If Nikita clears this, it's all over. I think she might just be safe. It's going to land on Makara's lap. Soraya's stopped. Nikita straight over. If she can hold her seat, she's going to just about take this out.
Yeah, the City Beach guys in the background there under the SunSmart WA Surf League tent. The City Beach guys love that. Nikita Friday, so tough, never out of it. Soraya Lee just biding her time, just having a little look, getting herself straightened up. She goes through that wave now. She goes off again. So So after such a big swim from the Mullaloo gun, she finds herself just trying to get out through that white water now. Freydenay out in front. Malice from Trigg. Game on. Still all about the wave coming in. Not over yet, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we just see, I think that's Mia Jackson going into 4th position there. Saray's just getting worked over south of that field. It's so heartbreaking when that happens. There's nothing you can do. Got to get back on your ski time and time again. Always burning energy. But at this stage, Nikita's out in front of Makara. I'd say that's a one-wave break. So if a wave comes through for Makara, it's game on. Or if Nikita can just get that first crack at that wave, it's going to be a great race.
Come on, Soraya Lee, if you can hear us. Get through those waves. Work so hard in the swim. You can see her back paddling at times, Chewy, just to get herself organised. She goes through. She's upright. Come on, Soraya Lee. Get through there. Nikita Freydenay across the top. What can Makara Malice do? Can she stay close? All about the wave coming in. Freydenay, City Beach. Malice from Trigg. Soraya Lee still working itself. Getting worked over by the Indian Ocean over there, Chewy. And she looks like she might just be through now. Exciting conclusion of the Ironwoman coming right up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to feel sorry for Soraya. As you mentioned, probably the swim of the day so far. And then she gets hammered. You've got to get back onto a ski 3 or 4 times. It's like trying to pull yourself over the next door neighbour's fence. It's hard work. You've got to get on the ski and get the speed up again. So at this stage, it's Nikita out in front, still with that one-wave buffer that she knows she gets first crack at these waves. Makara will know that. She will be going as hard as she can to try and close that gap.
Yeah, and you just saw Nikita just fading a little bit in the swim, didn't we? So she worked so hard to get out there, and we know she looked really fatigued. She spent out a lot of coupons going out, but we know how tough she is, how composed she is. Soraya Lee, I'm pleased to say, is out through the water and making her way to the top of the course. So Freydenay, just getting a couple of nice little runs now. She looks like she heads into the wave zone and has picked up a rating there, Chewy, hasn't she? A big 10 or 12 strokes from Freydenay in the pink top from City. Malice has worked so hard to try and stay on her, but it's all about this bit here.
Yeah, so she was just on a little run. She wanted to get that run to get in front of these waves that are coming. Makara's on a wave. I don't think that's going to turn into much, but here we go with Nikita. Bit of a pressure situation here. She's got to get that nose straight. She's just skewed a bit. This could open the door for Makara, who's just pulled onto a wave out the back. If she can hold it straight, she could just about come straight through and take that lead again.
Here we go, folks. Here we go. The final of the women's Ironwoman. Nikita Freydenay, all that coaching tells us she's got to swim. She's got to swim. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? Here we go. Here we go. Malice is up. Trigg Island, Malice is up.
Great bit of surf skills there. She held it straight. Nikita just got swept with that drift, and that's all it takes in these races. A great win for Makara in the Open Iron Women in the WA Surf League.
Yeah, well done. Nikita Freydenay, give it up for Nikita. Rip a race. Love watching her race. She's so tough, so strong. Just got to get that paddle back if we can. Well done, Nikita Freydenay. She crosses the line now, runs right through the finish line, gets tagged off, and she'll be down there looking for her gear, I reckon. We might just let Makara have a little rest, and we'll catch up with the folks. Make sure you bring all of these girls in today, because this has been tough. There's been some carnage. Just been watching the closing stages, a lot of the races with the girls in particular. Some of them really battle just to finish. Their coaches want them to finish. Their teammates want them to finish for points for their club. And this has been awesome. So get right behind the girls. Nikita goes back in for her paddle right now. Trigg have taken it out. Board race finals not far away in the men and the women. So very exciting board races coming up. Chewy, you're down there with our winner. What a great day it was, but make sure if your girl comes across the line, give them a big cheer, because this has been tough. This is 3rd place coming in now of the women's Iron Woman. There's been plenty happening out there. Grant True, you're with our winner. What a race.
Yes, we've got Makara down here. I'm not sure if she's puffing or smiling. Great race, and you held that wave through right on the ski.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was pretty crazy out there, but I just thought that I need to keep fighting all the way into the beach, because in these conditions, anything can happen when you're coming in.
Makara, just as we see, Makara, just see Soraya Lee coming in, folks. Big cheer for Soraya. One of the crowd favourites. Great work for Soraya. Got smashed to pieces out there today. She gets home. Back to you, Chewy.
Yeah, thanks. So the first leg today, you're happy with how you finished off the board?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I got hit a bit at the start, but it happens. Yeah, you just have to keep fighting the rest of the race.
And the washing machine for the swim going in and out. It looks like it's going every direction. How does that affect you as a swimmer when you just trying to get your breath?
It's pretty hard when you're like going straight from the board into transition, jumping into that, but it's the sport, so you just have to try and get your breath back as quick as you can to dive underneath the waves.
And you had a really good Ironman league, early in the season, taking out that, and now you're in for a win. You must be really happy with how your winter training's been going.
Yeah, winter training's been good being back at Trigg. I really love the squad and the coaches, and it's a really good atmosphere.
Well, congratulations, Open Iron Women, for the WA Surf League.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Makara. That was spectacular. Thanks for letting us watch that. Ashley Booker crosses the line now. Soraya Lee just walked past us here. For those people at home, walked past her finished position and she said, "Oh my God." So there it is. That kind of sums up the women's Iron Woman today. Well done to Soraya. Got herself home. Bring all the girls in, folks. We're not far away from the board finals, men and women. Some big names in here as well. So let's bring them through. Tough racing, tough conditions for the girls. Superb to watch for the spectators today. Another one of the Trigg athletes gets herself home. See Makara, Malice and Soraya Lee catching up on the finish line there. Good camaraderie between the athletes as always. Bit of a shared thing today, Truey. When you've done it tough like that, Soraya Lee just got poleaxed out on the south side of the course. Took her about 6 waves to eventually get out there, but she's having a chat with the winner, and that's what the SunSmart WA Surf League is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And, no one likes that happening. But, she was probably about a metre away from clearing. If another metre, she would have been fine. So that's surf, and that's why we love these WA or the SunSmart WA Surf League. So into the open male board, and this is going to be real fast. If you want to see a fast start, just watch this. These guys get a sprint run, and then they're skimming straight across this very, very deep and very challenging trough. But ones to watch today, how can you go past Patrick Ely and Kelly Mulvey from Trigg Island? Both those paddlers great. And Matt Collis, we've seen him in the run, and now we're going to see him in the board. I think that's where the first, second, and third will come from.
All right, the Madison board is away. Massive cheer over there for Mia Jackson comes in now. Massive, biggest cheer of the day today. Beautiful big smile on our finish line. Well done to her and her team. Ben Johnson, Scarborough, Harry Jones, Mullaloo Blue, Byron Hudson, Freo, Patrick Ely, Trigg Green.
And at this stage, it looks like it's Matt Collis there right in the middle. The ocean just opened up for him then. And Max Hunter there on the right-hand side for Trigg Island as well. But Matt Collis, the best of the starts there. Look at that V forming. They're straight onto his wash. And I think that's Patrick Ely from Trigg Island just getting a bit of a lift there from Matt Collis. But he put his head down and just charged hard, and it's paid off with a big early lead.
Yeah, go Matty Collis. He loves the chop. He was in the beach sprint today, mate. He made the final of the beach sprint, which is incredible. But Matthew Collis, the big towering lighthouse of the figure, is now holding the lead. It's going to be all about the wave. We know that. This is a good field. We believe that Kelly Mulvey is out and that Maxi Hunter is in for Trigg. So that's a pretty good substitution, I would have thought. We were going through the field. Kai Boswick from Sorrento, Josh Howard from the Cottesloe Pylons, Kirby Jackson from City B, Tom Harvey, Mullaloo Gold, Sam Henson Thompson, the big unit with the blonde hair out there for Northcote, and Maxi Hunter in for Trigg Red. Game on. Across the top of the course, Matthew Collis has it at this stage.
Yeah, and just a real contradiction of styles there. Matt Collis, big, long, loping strokes, and he leans right forward. Patrick Ely, a bit of a shorter type stroke on his knees, but still holding well with Patrick Ely in second. Matt Collis, first of these runs, look at him just lean out and get that little bit of effort, little bit of assistance, and there's a wave coming. This could be on.
Yeah, Pat, just sneaking away from Patrick Ely from Trigg there. So we think it's Patrick Ely in the blue border from Trigg. Big wave at the back. Here we go.
Right, Matt Collis on the right, just trying to get his nose over there. It's not going to sit up. Patrick Ely there trying to get his nose over. It's going to fatten up. Matt Collis pulled onto that big wave.
Whoa, woohoo!
Absolutely worked over. Managed to keep his board. and he's straight back onto his belly. Here comes wave number 2 for the rest of the field. Matt Collis tubed in the final of the board. It's not what he would have hoped to have done, but it's pretty spectacular anyway.
Oh, he's hung on to the board. So Ely in second, we reckon, on the blue board. What about Matt Collis, folks? What about that? That's what we came to the SunSmart WA Surf League for. Matty Collis up and running. You can tell when he's focused because he runs so hard. Little look over his left shoulder. Matty Collis from City Beach. Patrick Ely from Trigg takes out the ball. What a performance. What a performance. How good was that, folks? Hangs onto the board, Truey. Specky stuff. And the big fella, Sam Henson-Thompson, will take out third from Northcote. What about that? The epic skier. He can't believe it. Maxie Hunter comes across in fourth there. Well done, Maxie. Matt Collis, what a spectacular race that was. Let's bring these guys home through, folks. Hard sprint to the line, trying to pick up points for their teams as they come through. We're going to catch up with Matt Collis down here on the finish line. Sam Henson-Thompson from Northcote, if you don't mind, takes out third. Crowd favourite. Rooster. Let's go down and out to the finish line. And Matt Collis has taken out the board race. Didn't have it all your own way there, big fella, did you?
Yeah, really. Had a really good start and got around the cans out in front with Paddy, but came down a pretty big wave and didn't catch it all the way in, but still managed to go out in front, luckily.
The crowd went berserk, mate. The biggest cheer of the day when we saw you get pole-axed, and then you emerged and you're still hanging onto the boards. A big cheer from your team and from the rest of the beach. Pretty specky.
Yeah, it's always good to see someone get smashed. It's a shame it was me this time, but yeah, managed to hold on, almost get in.
You sort of knew, didn't you? You were on the top of it, you were teetering, you knew it was going to be tough, and you were right on the top of that wave. Do I, don't I? Next thing you know, you're staring at the sand, but paid off in the end, mate. You had to run hard today, didn't you?
Yeah, lots had to do the sprint as well, and wasn't good when I saw Paddy coming for me, and you had to put one more sprint in for the finish the day off.
Well done, Matt. All that training paid off. Well done, mate. Very spectacular. Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Matt Collis here with the win in the male ball. We're going to go down to the final of the female board race in just a moment. Matt Collis just hangs on and down for the start. This should be a ripper, Grant True.
Yeah, so open board now. So I've just seen the guys go around. Spectacular race. These ladies were all watching, and just with one race break, and we see Makara back on the line from Trigg Island, one to watch. Sophie Lloyd from City, and also Ashley Booker, all side by side down on this southern side. Let's see how they go. Mia Jackson, Mia Nesbitt running hard off to the right, but Makara there on the left, probably the best line so far. Tight racing. Looking forward to seeing how these ladies go on the waves.
Yeah, let's see them get out here. So keep an eye on this bit. All important in the women's race, as we know. Little bit of a wave. All girls still upright at this stage. A couple come off. So City Beach, I think, have just got a little bit of a move on. We got from Trigg Red, Hannah Crisp, Ali Nielsen, Scarborough, Neve McLeod, Mullaloo Blue, Freo, Charlotte Gibbons, the great Makara Malice from Trigg Green, the Iron Woman champ, Sophie Lloyd, City Road Scholars, Ashley Booker from Sorrento, Taylor Suter from Cott, Mia Jackson from City B, Lee Kimber, Kira Albertson from Northcote. Our leaders are through the white water, Grant True.
Yeah, so this lead has changed about 7 or 8 times in this very early stage, but it looks like it might be either Mia Jackson out, Mia Nesbitt in the lead at the moment. Makara's just joined them. And then on the far right-hand side from Northcote, we've got Kira Albertson, probably the best at the start. But she's got a long way to get back to that turning can. So, again, great racing. And we've seen these conditions just dish it up again for these ladies.
All right, so all eyes on the top of the course in the board. Very spectacular men's race, as Chewy said. What will this bring? Every race today has been pretty much determined by that wave zone, by that big, strong swell coming through and the northerly wreaking havoc, particularly on the women's fields today. But we've seen the surf having a big say today, Chewy, as our race leader gets around the top of the course.
Yeah, so we'll try and pick them up as they make their way around this yellow can. And that may well be Sophie Lloyd out in front from City of Perth, back to Kira from Northcote, and Makara there from Trigg Island. So she'll be getting a bit puffed, but we know she's fit, and she may well have another race to go. But at this stage, Sophie Lloyd out in front from the City of Perth. She's nice and rested, so she's going to have to absolutely fly on the way in. She's going to hold off these ladies.
All right, so around the top is one thing. We saw Matt Collis with a not dissimilar lead in the men's race today. You can see the drone over the top of the course. These amazing shots. Being back to our viewers at home, this is SunSmart WA Surf League round 1 here at Trigg Beach. The sun in and out from behind the clouds. Leader gets herself into the wave zone with a bit of clear water there, Chewy.
Yeah, this water is just getting messier and messier, especially inside that inside gutter where we saw Matt Collis get barreled in the men's race. Here comes a wave. Makara's seen it out the back. Sophie's having a look. I think she may well get the best crack here. Makara pushing so hard, not able to get that board to drop. Here comes the second wave. Here comes the second wave from Makara. May not be enough. Can Sophie capitalise now? Just skewing. That wave just fattened up a bit.
Hard work, Chewy. That's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, and have a look out the back. Here comes a wave for Kira from Northcott. Makara still sitting there. Sophie, is she going to get this white water? This is hard work. It's way too hard to call.
All right, folks, another exciting conclusion. The surf is having a say. Who is it going to be? Get behind the girls. Here we go.
Yeah, we're going to get a big kick here on this second wash for Sophie. It's going to push her down a bit. Makara's got the best line. Let's see who's first to their feet. Big white water. Makara gets hit by her own board, but she's got the best line. Running up hard as Sophie Lloyd, just coming around that final turn. 1 and 2, neck and neck. Again, I think Makara's got it again. Won the Iron Woman, now she's won the board.
What a race. What a race from Sophie Makara. How good was that, Trigg? Let's bring the girls in. Fantastic racing in their female board.
Yeah, and we got Ashley Booker from Sorrento and Mia from City of Perth into 4th position. Great racing.
Amazing. Mate, great crowd reaction. What a great race from the women today. Let's bring all the girls in. It's that stage of the day, Truey. You can see on our camera shots here, all the girls have gone on the ground. It's been a big day of racing. All the girls pretty spent and a lot of energy out there in the waves and the wind. Makara Malice takes out another title here at the SunSmart WA Surf League. We have some exciting team events still to come. The 2-person ski relay is the next event on. Might just lob in here with Makara Malice. Makara, you can stay there if you like. Congratulations. Fair bit happening out there again. You're forced to run all the way to the line there. Sophie right on your hammer. Had a little look over your shoulder, didn't you?
Yeah. Sophie was in front the whole way coming in, but I just thought again, you just need to keep fighting because in this messy water, like anything can happen.
Sophie, how are you feeling?
Oh, great. Awesome. Yeah. No, it's a good race.
Plenty happening out there in the water, wasn't there? And you must be, to get yourself on a sprint finish with this one's pretty good, hey?
Yeah, it's good to be in a race with my friends, and yeah, it was good.
Well done, Soph. And Makara, big day for you, and picked up some points for your club, eh? Pretty important.
Yeah, that's like what today's all about, is just getting as many points as you can for your team.
Very spectacular. Thanks for letting us have a look at that today. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Makara Malice from Trigg. We go down to the beach now. 2-person ski relays, Truey. Very spectacular, and the teams can do as they wish here. Just as you can see from our overhead shots for people watching on my beach, this wind has not let up today. The sun comes in and out, the rain comes through, but nothing changes on the Indian Ocean today. It has been ferocious.
Yeah, I'm just looking out from where these ski paddlers are going to be paddling through. It's absolutely churned up. Within about 10 metres, there's waves going left, right, in and out. There's swirling currents. There's rips going out. It's real hard work. Look at these guys here. These guys are tough competitors. They've been around a long time. They're still keeping an eye on it. They're looking. They're working out where they're going to go. They're not taking anything for granted at this stage. So 2-person mixed ski relay, another great event. It's going to be hard to go past the Dan Humble and Jasmine team from Trigg Island. Chris Taylor took out the ski before in the guys, so watch out for him teaming up with Harriet Brown. And then Jack Reddy and Nikita Friednay will also be ones to watch. And good to see Glenn Eldon, a veteran ski paddler, teaming up with Tash, another veteran ski paddler for Cottesloe. So this is going to be a great race. Really looking forward to it. For my money, I think Northcott might just surprise a few people here.
All in readiness down here on the start. Whoa, Jack Reddy, there he is. Spiritual leader, City of Perth. And he's good to go. How good was that women's race? All the girls absolutely spent, Chewy, at this time of the day. In starters' hands down here for the two-person mixed ski relay, the boys and the girls. As Chewy said, we'll look for Northcott, Chris Taylor, Harriet Brown. Trigg Green is Dan Humble and Jazz Shipway Carr. That's a good team. City Road Scholars, Jack Reddy and Nikita Freydenay. Tell you one I do like here, mate. Little Smoky, Josh Windsor and Selma Alibajevic. I know I've mispronounced that, Selma, but you know what I mean. Josh and Selma. Just keep a little eye on them today from the mighty Trigg Red team. In starters' hands down here. So a couple of the teams choosing to go with the girls first. What a day. What a day it's been. Watch your Dan Humble here, folks. And they are away. Dan Humble, always a spectacular starter. Jack Reddy on his right-hand side. Watch Dan Humble go, folks.
Yeah, so the guys on the left here, which includes Chris Taylor from Northcott, they got chocked 2 or 3 times early. Dan Humble in the middle. Beautiful line. Jack Reddy and Ethan Jackson there on the right from City of Perth. But at this stage, looks like Dan Humble, they're just muscling his way over every single wave.
How good.
He's so strong, and there was some nasty waves that hit him there. He just said, no thanks, I'm just going to smash straight through you, and he's out to an early lead in this two-person.
I like Chris Taylor's start there too, mate. He got belted a couple of times. He was sideways, and he recovered using all that power, all those kilowatts. Dan Humble, how many times are you and I calling the SunSmart WA Surf League, and Dan Humble's out first? He's incredible off the beach, isn't he? Just watch him across the top of the course here today as well. He beaten in the men's ski today, wasn't he, by Chris Taylor, courtesy of a wave. But I reckon he only knows one way, and that's to try and get as far as he can in front.
Yeah, and look, we've already seen the open men's ski race. This is almost a mirror image for what happened in that race. Dan out the lead, Josh is there, Chris is in third, Jack Reddy in fourth. That was the same positions going into the turn for the open ski.
I like the way Jack Reddy's turned up this year for the SunSmart Surf League, the WA Surf League. He's come to play, hasn't he, Jack Reddy? We know he's a popular teammate, and we know this year he looks super fit and super ready. Dan Humble from side on. Is there a better sight in WA Surf? Gets himself around the apex, but he does have company. Chris Taylor's fought his way back into third, I reckon, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So it does look like Chris into third position, just on the tail of Josh. And look at Dan. Big explosive strokes there. Jack Reddy fourth. Glenn Eldon into fifth position, one of the veteran paddlers. But Dan Humble, so strong around that. He gets first bite at these waves. He knows he's going to be handing off to another paddler. Big chop there that turned into a run. And Josh Windsor, he's heading right to try and make most use of this current. It's going to be such a great race.
I like the Joshy-Selma combo, mate, from Trigg. I like it. Selma got smashed by some waves in her event today, but I like that particular one. All right, Dan Humble makes his way back into his home stand of Trigg Beach, looking very strong as always. So Dan Humble there, Chris Taylor is there or thereabouts, Jack Reddy's there or thereabouts from City. Here comes Dan Humble now, folks. So all important, the girls get out through the white water. Dan Humble is going to hand off to his female paddler mate. He looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, it looks really good. He's come a long way down, and Josh has held a straight line. I think Josh might just about hand over first. We've got this run transition. Josh Windsor, Dan Humble, Chris Taylor there from Northcott, 1, 2, 3.
Joshy Windsor goes the fist pump as he comes under. He'll hand over to Selma, and Dan Humble will hand over to Jazzy Shipway Carr, the superstar. Here he goes. He works his way through. Jazzy Shipway Carr there, hands over for Trigg. Pat on the back from Dan Humble. Selma needs to get herself out through these waves right now. This is all important. Jack Reddy, whoa, Jack Reddy, there he is.
Yeah, and what happened with the girls there? They just got held up on that short break, which actually they weren't able to go. So now we see Nikita just jumping into third, probably not as far behind as she thought she's going to be. Still with a lot of work to do, but great start from these ladies.
Yeah, the two Trigg girls away. Selma needs to get through here. She got smashed in the ski before, mate, and she needs to get through here for two. I like that combo of her and Joshy Windsor, but have a look at Jazzy Shipway Carr. Dan Hummel's hand over. Selma needs to get through now. Keep herself in contention. Nikita Freydenay, so good, hey. Straight line, straight at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And So Jasmine's just been caught up a little bit, but it's sort of held her back a bit. And the other girls have had a pretty much as calm as you can expect today, a fairly calm run. So again, 1, 2, 3. There's still like anyone's race here. So yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens on this wave.
Trigg City have it at this stage. So Jasmine Shipway car out in front, handed over by Dan Humble. Joshy Windsor has handed over to Selma. I'm going to have another crack at it. Selma Ala Begovic. I reckon I'm getting closer. Well done, Selma.
Yeah, and I think
Nikita Freydenay just pushing you through in the third from after Jack Reddy's good start as well. Nikita Freydenay in the pink, Jazzy Shipway car out in front.
Yeah, and I think that might be Laura Edmonds from Mullaloo in fourth position at this stage. But we just see Jasmine just turning first, that first can. And we've seen this wind make such a big difference. It catches the nose. It really messes with the line and the rhythm. But Jasmine, she's a good open water paddler. She'll be loving these choppy conditions.
So spectacular today. I hope if you're watching at home on mybeach.com.au, I hope you're enjoying the first round here at Trigg of the SunSmart WA Surf League. It's been very, very spectacular. Thanks to Engine. They're our apparel sponsors. It's good kit, isn't it, Truey? Even you and me look good in Engine.
Yeah, I don't know how good we look in it, but I tell you, it's the most. Well, I said it before. The most popular item of clothing today, the big Engine jackets that's keeping everyone warm. But Jasmine here, just turning that last blue turning can with probably a one-wave gap back to the rest of the field. Second through to fourth within about 10 metres.
Yeah, very exciting. You can see the drone overhead here, just keeping an eye on things. Ripper footage being beamed to all our viewers back home. But this is Jasmine Shipway car from the Trigg Island Surf Club. And she's going to, that's a nice little run from her. She just pushes herself north. Nikita Freydenay just finding herself in third, just dropped off ever so slightly. But I'll have another go at it, mate. Selma Ali Begovic is in second place from Trigg. And Jazzy is on a wave.
Yeah, here comes this wave. It's going to catch her. She's not going to get a chance to paddle over the top. She's putting an absolute blast of speed on just to try and get her nose out. The second bounce will hit her as we see Selma out the back just pulling onto a wave as well. But Jasmine just powered through that inner gutter and didn't let that wave catch her. That's a great bit of effort.
And the captain, Dan Humble, he gives her the big cheer down there. Nice little skip too. Jazzy Shipway car, folks, takes it out in the two-person mixed ski relay today. Well done, Jasmine. Well done to Trigg. Well done to Dan Humble. Race on for second. I told you I like this one, mate. Joshy and Selma. I like this particular one. She's just got to stay on. She's got to get up and run. Come on, Selma. Had a nightmare in her own ski race. She's got to get up and go. Joshy Windsor takes the paddle now. Come on, Selma. Come on, mate.
Yeah, and Laura Edmonds from Mullaloo there moved into third. Might well challenge Selma there for second. 2 and 3, sorry. And looks like, Selma just held on a fast, finishing Mullaloo. Back to Harriet Brown from Northcott and Nikita from City of Perth. So great racing.
I told you I liked the Joshy Selma combo, didn't I? I just watched Selma get smashed in her ski leg today, and she just guts it out. Showed a lot of ticket to get home. Joshy Windsor gets around the mark third. Nikita Freydenay from City Beach crosses the line now. Well done, Nikita. Another big day's racing from little champ. Always spectacular, always great to watch. Let's have a chat to Jasmine, I reckon, if we can get her. I don't know where Dan Humble is, where the big fella is, but Dan, if you're around, we'd love to see you at the finish line as well. He's probably off doing some voluntary work. Probably help. There he is. Come up, Dan. Very spectacular races again. Nice little team format. Jasmine, I might go to you first. Well done. Got some points for Trigg. Not bad having him as a starter, but two Trigg teams having a good first and second there.
Yeah, it was a bit chaotic going out. So it was good that Dan came in pretty quickly, so I got a clean kind of run out.
Yeah, well done. Got some points. Dan, good to see you. Been a great day's racing. Bit of surf, bit of action out there, bit of chaos.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for the kids coming through, to experience what it's like. This is simulating, what they'll face the Aussies on the East Coast. So, if they have fun here today, they'll only be replicated once they head east.
I liked what Joshy Windsor's brought to this summer, mate. He's always been a bit of a favourite of mine, but that's good work from Josh and Selma, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's got plenty of fight. He's nice and strong, so he's a work in progress, and hopefully he'll take over from the likes of Reese and I, and keep Trigg up front for years to come.
Well done, Dan. Well done, Jasmine. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Well done to Trigg. We go now to our next race. Couple of rippers. I told you that Selma and Joshy might push through there. Truey, still some more racing to come. You're down there on the beach.
Yeah, we got 2 more races to come, and they're the biggest races of the day, if you ask me. The Ocean Man and the Ocean Women relays. It brings 4 competitors from each team together. We see a run, a swim, a board, and a ski. So it's a great team event. It's absolutely flat out for these guys that are doing the run first. And again, we'll see we'll see Will Savage going around. He won the Ironman. Now he's turning into about a 400 or 500 metre runner. So good team event, same order as the Ironman. And this will be the last event for the men today.
Well, I have heard a little whisper that Will Savage might be sitting a race out now, mate. So we'll keep an eye on that. So I just have heard that from the sidelines, but we'll check on that as they head down. So a little lull in proceedings here as the rain comes through again. Shouldn't be too bad this time around. 11 teams, 8 different clubs. Great to see the Southwest Surf Lifesavers with us today as well. Seen some ripper racing. It's all been about the waves today. It's all been about that wave bank. It's all been about the surf. Very, very spectacular. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you have too, watching at home. And I know this is, as we just heard Dan Humble say there, the guys like Dan who are senior people in the sport now and take it pretty seriously. A day like this is great for the kids to get out there and be in tough conditions, because this is what you get when you go east, right?
Yeah, absolutely. During summer, we don't usually get big surf or messy conditions. It's Perth's got such great beaches that it's always nice and flat and sunny, but getting these conditions and just really testing yourself. We saw Soraya get smashed on the ski so many times. She wouldn't get that at a normal training session at Mullaloo. So these guys have got to take this opportunity and always learn something from every race. So we see the guys just getting themselves set on the beach. I think we've got just about seen the end of the rain today. So if I had one of those big engine jackets, I'd be taking it off and putting on some more sunscreen.
All right, so these are the runners, folks. We believe that Will Savage is out and Will Host comes in. Will Host, the sprinter, made it to the final of the beach flags today. Lucy Hills, Danielle Honor, Carly Grayson, Heather Burke, Dana DeBont, Alyssa Callan, Ellie Kennington, Holly Leach, Imogen Harrington, Sydney Rafferty, Alice Water, the female runners today, according to the start list that we have here. So, all in readiness on the line down there, mate. There's some big names in there. You can see Maxi Hunter. He looks cold, Maxi Hunter. There's not enough body fat on him, I don't think, Truey.
Yeah, these guys are just starting to get a bit cold, but in the starter's hands, they're off to a great start. Look at this pace. This is a team event. Everyone wants to win this race today, Simon. So these guys are going to head down. A few shoulders, bit of argy-bargy in there. No one wants to give up any form of a lead at this stage. So they're just heading down, and they'll turn around a flag and then make their way back, and they're handing off to a board. Watch this transition as they fly around the back under the SunSmart finishing banner.
Yeah, big team event here. So, as I say, we believe that Will Host has gone in for Will Savage. They'll come flying around the corner very quickly, as we mentioned before. Ketteringham, Will, Dominic Banks-Smith, Maxi Hunter, Ben Johnson. Here they come, folks. Nice, tightly packed group. Watch for some carnage going into the board. Look how close these guys are at the lead. And Will Host comes across the line. That's the furthest Will Host has ever run in his life, I reckon, the sprinter. Great work from Will Host. Go Hosty, City Beach right there as well. Maxi Hunter goes through as well. What about this, Truey? This is going to be spectacular. Big crowd down here on the beach. The board leg underway.
Yeah, these runners absolutely flew past and handed over to the board paddlers here. So look at this white water. That's a washing machine. Some guys are paddling left. Some guys are heading straight out. It's just absolute chaos out there.
A lot of testosterone there, mate. A lot of testosterone there.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we see in the ski, but more so in the board, those first, maybe 10 to 20 strokes are so important. Now they've found their line, and Matt Collis has come off on the left, probably with the best line Looks like Max Hunter there in first position for Trigg Island. And then we look back to North Cottesloe, who have got Sam. We've seen him go around a few times today. He's in third position.
Yeah, he is unbelievable, isn't he? He's having a blinder today. The crowd love him as well. So the board hands over to the swimmer and then to the ski athlete. The male ocean relay event. This is Grant True's favourite. It's the crowd favourite. It's the club favourite. Sun's out, guns out. Make sure you're sun protected today, folks. Thanks to SunSmart. Slip, slop, slap. Seek some shade. Slide on some sunnies. Get that My UV app. Who's around the top, mate?
Yeah, so it looks like Matt Collis still in the lead there. He went in about fifth position, but picked a really good line there. And this wind is getting stronger and stronger, and it's just messing it up even more. So Matt Collis there in first, and I think it might be Max Hunter in second position from the first Trigg Island team. These guys are absolutely flying. They've gone through the surf once. Each team's got 5 more times they're going to go out, in and out through the surf.
Very, very spectacular conclusion to the day's racing. The final boys event today. Matt Collis is in the lead. Does he need to repeat what he did last time around and hang on to that ball? Will he get barreled? Will he get tubed again? Matty Collis from the City of Rhodes Scholars having a blinder. How spectacular is this, folks? This is what we came to see. The first round of the SunSmart WA Surf League here at Trigg Beach. Beautiful conditions. Matty Collis.
Yeah, see, these little runs are just turning into waves now. We see Max and Matt, they're just pulling onto this little tiny run. And that might be Sam, I think, from Northcott, just missing out. Matt's come onto a wave. He's joining Max there. So Matt and Max, try and call that. 1 and 2, Trigg Island and City of Perth. Very good move there by Matt, just to head back to the right to get a straight line for this transition. He's going to be handing off to Max Anderson-Loke, and Max will be handing off to Callum Smith from Trigg Island.
All right, so here they go. Give him a big cheer, folks. Game on. This is for points. Matty Collis. Callum Smith had a great... How's these two boys, mate? This was first and second in the surf sim, wasn't it? Right there, so we go in again. This will be spectacular. Max Anderson-Lote, Callum Smith from Trigg. We called him as Jake Smith all day, but it's actually Callum Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. So some of these guys electing to move up, but at the moment, it's Callum and Max out there, 1 and 2. We see how long that bank is. They were still duck diving. Still duck diving now, porpoising. We see them drop their heads, feet come up, and trying to get in. And Harry Hewitt, one of the big swims in the Ironman, he now charges out, absolutely flat out, probably broken ankle, no problems for him. He's got the swim to go.
Great start of the day from Harry Hewitt. He's gone into the water like Usain Bolt, and it's just gone flat on his face. But he'll get up. He'll go good, won't he, mate? He'll push up there. Big wave coming through. The boys get under that, no worries. What a day it's been. This surf's so good, so specky. Everywhere you look, there's something happening. But big race out in front. Callum Smith from Trigg, just ever so slightly shading Max Anderson-Loke, I reckon, at this stage. The Rhodes Scholar, if you don't mind.
Yeah, and don't forget, Max... Callum Smith from Trigg Island. He was part of the Surf Life Saving WA's Team of the Year last year at the Awards of Excellence. Part of the pool race team, the relay, and he's now leading Trigg Island through in the Open Ocean Ironman at round 1 of the Surf League. So he's got a handy little lead there. Max Anderson-Loke just sitting on his tail. They're going to go around that white can. And then we're going to see the ski paddlers. And this race is going to be so exciting, just like we've seen in every other round.
You know what I'm looking forward to? And it's just started down there on the beach already. We've got Jack Reddy v Dan Humble down there in the last leg, if it pans out the way you think it will. So pretty exciting. And Jack Reddy just having a little chat to Joshy Windsor down there on the beach. All happening out on the water. Max Anderson-Loke and Callum Smith from Trigg Island getting across the top of the course, getting themselves through. Magnificent day here in the first round. The excitement level is very high. There's a fair bit of male testosterone down on the beach right now, Truey.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just look at the swim styles. Callum's so long and such a strong stroke, but he's really muscling it through at the moment as well. Max Anderson-Loke's is sitting on his tail, just waiting. I think he's waiting for this break zone. We might see him make a move. He's already come round to the north,
And these waves, we've seen these guys having to hold their breath into this washing machine.
A little bit of a different prep too. We got Dan Hummel up on the beach, Jack Reddy down by the craft. So a little bit of a different tactic there from City and from Trigg. Dan Hummel loves this stuff. Jack Reddy's turned up for this summer, hasn't he?
Big wave there.
Woo!
And that looks like Callum might have taken the drop there. And who are we going to see pop up? I think they'll be popping up out the back. Look at them both just working out where they are. Out the back, big wave. It's not going to hold up. This is going to absolutely thump onto these competitors. And we're just trying to get a cap there, but that might be Max Anderson-Loke that may have held his breath for the longest. I think it is. And he's just going to be swimming in that white water. Out the back.
Oh, how about that? That was the biggest wave of the day that got our 2 lead swimmers. That was massive. That just pumped through. So Max Anderson-Loke in the City Beach cap finds himself in one piece. Massive set of 3 coming through there, Truey.
Yeah, and I think that might have been Harry Hewitt who went nuts on that run in. But Max Anderson-Loke, great swim. Tell you what, Jack Reddy runs his own fan webpage. He's going to have to do a massive paddle here.
Yeah, so there's our 2 lead paddlers, folks, as we see Callum Smith stand now, but he's got company. So look at the guys pushing through in 3rd and 4th. Big cheer for Max Anderson-Loke. He's about to hand off to Jack Reddy. Callum Smith stands now, and he finds himself in 4th spot, that big wave. What about Harry Hewitt? How's he going?
Yeah, absolutely bollocking around there again, sprinting. Bit of elbows there from Callum just to say, I'm not finished with you yet. He's going to be handing over to Joshy Windsor, Dan Humble, and I think that might be Ethan Jackson there. Or, sorry, Kirby Jackson. But Jack Reddy's been hit by 3 waves, and that's going to give these guys a sniff. Josh Windsor absolutely flying.
Yeah, Joshy. Go, Joshy. Now, Jack Reddy, a nice little... What about Harry Hewitt? Harry Hewitt has gone the best entry into the surf today. He's caught the best wave, and then just like his old man, he's pushing people over, running past the transition.
Yeah, and just look, Ethan Jackson has snuck out on this right-hand side, along with Dan Humble and Josh Windsor. Jack Reddy getting worked over again, but look at this. Who would have thought Ethan Jackson out there looking to take a lead in the ski?
Yeah, go Jacko, the Churchland Senior High School genius. Got a bit of a limp today too, carrying a bit of an ankle, but he finds himself in the lead. But he's got some big hitters with him now. Chris Jackson going out through the surf now as well. He's not out of this, mate. Look at that power of Chris Jackson from Northcote. Look at that rating. He is a superb ski paddler.
Yeah, so Dan Humble there, closely followed by Josh Windsor there, 1 and 2. Ethan Jackson on the right-hand side. He loves the surf, so we think he might be all right. Jack Reddy got some work to do to get back onto this podium, and Chris Taylor flying from Northcote in the ski.
Yeah, Chris Taylor, my apologies. I think I said Chris Jackson. He was superb today taking out the men's ski, but he is motoring. He's gone the fastest out to the can. We go across the top of the course, and once again, the Trigg guy is looking very strong.
You know what? I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Dan Humble out in the lead. Ethan Jackson is staying with Dan Humble. Ethan hasn't done a lot today, so he's probably rested, but he's got Josh Windsor on his tail, and this could be one of the great boilovers for the Ocean Man race.
Yeah, and your Dan Humble has just put in those big 8 to 10 strokes that he always does. We always see it across the course, but Ethan Jacko is right there with him, so the Jackson family will be going mad. It's all about this bit here, A race in 3, Grant True, I reckon.
Yeah, this could be a great finish. Ethan Jackson's just come north onto a run. Dan Hummel there. Here comes a run for Joshy Windsor. He's going to need it. Ethan Jackson pulling onto that run and working it. Now it's Dan's turn to get the run. Ethan Jackson's in the lead, and he's going to pull onto this little tiny whitewater.
He's got a sprained ankle too, folks. We've seen him limping around the village today. He's got a sprained ankle, Jacko. Dan Humble is not going away. It's the wave in front of them they got to worry about. Dan Humble, he hangs on. He stays on, D. Humble. Nice work from the veteran. Gets himself through. He goes
Dan
out
Humble's
now.
off. Ethan Jackson is going to skew as well. This could come down to a swim. Ethan's just holding on as much as he can. This could be a ball over. Josh Windsor's off the back. Jack Reddy's just coming on a wave. What a finish, Simon.
Ethan Jackson has got a sprained ankle, folks. What can he do? Look at those City Beach guys down there now. Look at them yelling. Come on, Jacko. Dan Humble's going to do it. Dan Humble is going to do it. Ethan Jackson's going backwards in the current. Jack Reddy has come through like a brilliant, brilliant surf skier. What about Dan Humble, folks? What about Ethan Jackson? And what about Jack Reddy? Great race. Well done, Dan Humble. Well done, Ethan Jackson on one leg. And whoa, Jack Reddy. And what about Chris Taylor? That is a ripper paddle from him. We picked it. How about that, Truey?
Tell you what, that was an exciting race. Look at these guys, absolutely spent. Dan Humble, challenged by someone that's not known as a ski paddler. He would have had his heart in his mouth there, but in the end, he held his ski, he held the line straight, and finished off with a great win.
And if you can see him on camera, five of the real characters of the WA Surf League: Dan Humble, Ethan Jacko, Jack Reddy, Chris Taylor, and Joshy wins. There's the big five lunatics right there. What a great race that was. That was fantastic to watch. Dan Humble looked like he was gone. Ethan Jackson started going backwards in the current. Only had one leg. He had to hop up to the finish line. Very exciting finish there in this race. We might catch up with a few of these guys. So Trigg, City, and Northcott, I reckon, might just come in here. Dan Humble, come in, Dan, if you will, mate. Well done. That was pretty exciting, wasn't it? A bit of adrenaline. What were you thinking right at the end when you saw Ethan Jackson just go past?
I was just thinking it was one of those days. Haven't really had too much love on the inside there, so happy I held that one for as long as I did. I think it kind of made the difference, but really should have tried to keep it straight the whole way.
Yeah, no, well done, mate. Good to see. Well done to Trigg. Been a ripper day, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the club's done really a lot of work since the last Surf League last year before the season was cut short, so it's a reward for effort for all the coaches, the surf sports team at Trigg Island, so I think it's a good stepping stone for later in the year.
Well done, Dan. Good on you. I might have a chat to Jacko if that's right, Dan. Jacko, Ethan, come in, mate. We want to have a chat to you. We knew you only had one leg, so you needed to kind of get a bit of a lead on the big fella if you're going to take that out for your team, didn't you?
Yeah, there was no point. I thought I was getting in front of him though.
And I saw that there's a bit of current there. You'd made the decision to swim in. You had to because you're off the board, but he off the ski. He managed to stay on. But your team in particular were pretty fired up. These last two events, there's a fair bit happening, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's good to get everyone into the one race though.
Go City! That's Jack Reddy, folks, and Ethan Jackson. Well done, Jacko. Well done. We'll go down to the start of the women's race, their final event of the day, and that was what the SunSmart WA Surf League is all about right there.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. Female Ocean Relay, last event for the day. Really looking forward to this. I think we're going to see some more excitement like we saw in the males race. Who would have thought? There's no surf boats today. I didn't think I'd be getting this excited. This is a great finish for the WA Surf League. So Trigg Island again, one to watch. City Road Scholars. We're going to see Holly Leach from Trigg leading out their run, and Imogen Harrington from the City team. Also keep an eye out for Mullaloo. Alyssa Canlon will be teaming up with her other club mates, and she's heading out in the run. So I think that's where it's going to come. City of Perth, Trigg Island, and Mullaloo today. Looking forward to another, hopefully, exciting race. These ladies are in the starters' hands.
All right, Sydney Rafferty in there as well. She's taking out the flags and the sprint today. This will be a long run for Sydney. So a couple of the sprinters in there, mate. So Lucy Hill's in there too, gun sprinter. Imogen Harrington as well. So keep an eye on the girls. The long race for the sprinters tends to be the speed endurance guys who get this particular job done. As we know, it's all about that first wave, getting through the white water and then coming back through the wave zone, where this part is important. They make their turn now. This is the final event of the day, the female ocean relay. If the boys' race is anything to go by, this will be a cracker as well. Some big names here in the board, mate. Mia Nesbitt's in there, Sophie Lloyd, Ashley Booker. She's had a ripper day today. Kira Albertson as well. So there's plenty of talent in the board. And the girls head in now, make their way to the village. And looks like Imogen Harrington from City Beach, or from the City of Perth team, is coming through now. So the City Road Scholars have it at this stage. All right, so the sprinters come through. That's him as Sydney Rafferty comes through now. That's a fair run for you, Sydney. Well done. Thanks. Sydney's used to running 20 metres, mate. She said a rude word when she came past us.
So, Simon, that was actually Lucy Hills from City. Sorry, my mistake on that one. And she's handed over to Mia Nesbitt in the board. And then we see, I think Sophie Lloyd's now taken into second position from City of Perth, and then Makara from Trigg Island. So Mia Nesbitt there, off to a handy little lead. And again, like we've seen, if she can get a little break, that's going to set her team up. Big waves coming, 2 or 3 to get through. Over that first one, this second one's going to land right on her head. Big roll. And I tell you what, it's the last thing you want to have happen. There's more waves to come. 2 or 3 in a row. This is going to get nasty.
Yeah, another big wave coming through. So plenty of carnage in the women's field. Well done to Lucy Hills. Lucy Hills made the final of the flags today and the beach sprint. So she had a good run for her team. Funny to see the sprinters trying to get through 500 metres, mate. Always makes me laugh. Carnage in the women's part of the board race here in the Ocean Relay. And folks, don't look away because the tally, we've seen the tally very, very close between the Rhodes Scholars and the Trigg team. There's 3 teams in contention to take line honours today. This race is super crucial. And the girls getting absolutely belted by a set of about 5 or 6 waves, Grand True.
Yeah, more big waves coming. And someone is out. I think that's someone from Trigg Island. A bit hard to see, where the rest of the field is still getting absolutely pummeled. They've had to roll. They've had to pop. And they're still not out. They've got another set to come. And I think that's Makara in the middle. And then Hannah on the outside for Trigg Island. She's out and away from the second team. Talk about tough racing.
Hannah Crisp it is from Trigg Reds. So Hannah is out in front. That's a big lead. And if she can just stay upright, she's going to help her team get some points here today, mate. And Hannah Crisp is in the Trigg Red team, and they're very much in contention. So there's 2 Trigg teams, red and green, and she's in the team. She's in the team that needs to pick up some points here. Yeah,
and Makaran is now out clear into second position, and Sophie Lloyd there in third position, chasing down Hannah. So great start there from Hannah. And 2 teams from Trigg. So always so strong. So much depth from that club. And they're in first and second, followed by City of Perth in third position. Still a few more competitors to make their way out. But this surf just serving it up for these ladies.
Oh, my word. We just knew it, didn't we? We saw that first big wave come through. And then there was another 3 or 4 after that. And that was always going to cause some dramas. But Hannah Crisp makes her way into the beach now. She goes around the SunSmart can and heads back in here. She's got a good lead for Trigg Red at this stage. And she'll hand over to her swimmers. Great way to finish the day, mate, isn't it? The swimmers, Mia Jackson, Katie Waddell, Kira Mladineo, Olivia Shue, Kayla Ryan, Soraya Lee, Phoebe Ashworth, Ruby Warm, Daisy Hewitt, Jessica Madden, and Olivia Stewart. Will Phoebe Ashworth have a swim? She did win the surf race today. Yeah, she's down there, I reckon, Phoebe. So we know she had a bit of a... I think she is. We know she tweaked her back, but no Phoebe Ashworth in the swim today for Freo. Trigg have it at this stage, mate.
Yeah, so Hannah's just coming into this wave zone, and if she can just pull onto this one, that's going to extend her lead even more, and she'll get a bit of a break. I don't think it's going to set up for her, and that'll give Makara and Sophie just a little bit of a chance. She's just slewed. Can Sophie pull over onto this wave? Makara's her as well. What a great wave. Great wave for Makara there, just laying down on her stomach, playing it safe. She'll join Hannah in the lead.
Hannah's got a run. Hannah's got a little run here, but great. How good's Malice been today, mate? She has been spectacular. I know they've been working on her mental strength and her mental skills. Malice never, ever gives up. Great work from Hannah Crisp there as well. So Trigg, stand up now. Nice work from Trigg.
Yeah, 1 and 2 there, and Makara's just run straight into the lead. Into Hannah into second position, and she's handing off to a very good swimmer in Ruby Warren for that first team, and Olivia from the other Trigg Island team.
So the handover is done now. They head north. So well done to Makara Malice once again. Well done to Hannah Crisp, and they're getting now across that bank. This is their home beach, and that is a river start from those two. City Beach going now, Ground True.
Yeah, Daisy Hewitt there just lining up. She hasn't run as far north as the other two. Bang, these Hewitt straight into broken ankle territory every single time. She's got a lot of work to catch these girls, yeah.
It's a Hewitt thing. You got to throw yourself in. All right, just getting themselves through the boards there.
Yeah, so a little bit of dodge work there, but Olivia and Ruby just doing a bit of duck diving. Daisy's done quite well across that trough, and you see her just duck dive. How many waves is she going to stay under? 1 or 2 waves, that's making a big difference for these ladies. Big wave there on the board as these ladies are making their way out, and this could still be game on for first, second and third.
So good today. Every time a wave comes through, you hear the crowd go berserk here at Trigg. The big wall goes up from the crowd as the guys go through wave after wave after wave. And very, very spectacular. Trigg Island 1, Trigg Island 2. Points up for grabs. The day very much still alive for a number of teams. Soraya Lee, the gun swimmer, goes into the water right now. Soraya Lee looking to have a good, strong swim here, I reckon.
Yeah, so we see Ruby Warner from Trigg Island still holding that lead. Olivia's there, and then Daisy. So we haven't spoken a lot about the points today, but again, there's points on offer today for first, second, third as a team. And then at the end of the year, the club with the most points and rankings take our big prize money.
Yep.
And in the juniors. So we've seen these swimmers just starting to make their way around. Ruby's still holding a nice lead. Back to Olivia, and then Daisy Hewitt, I think, might have come into second position.
Yeah, it has been spectacular. Great day. Great way to start the WA Surf League, the SunSmart WA Surf League this year. The culmination, a bit of a change in format this year. Been very, very, very exciting, particularly with the wave around. Hope you've all enjoyed it watching at home on mybeach.com.au. Thanks to SunSmart. Thanks to Engine, our two major sponsors. Slip, slop, slap, folks. Seek some shade. Slide on some sunnies. UV index always very, very high when you're training, competing, just getting around the place with your family. So always be sun protected in Western Australia and throughout Australia wherever you are watching. All right, so lead swimmer. The big waves continue, Chewy. The big waves continue to roll in here at Trigg Beach.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of how big it is, the turning cans that these girls are going around are getting smashed by waves. So we see one's already been knocked over. These girls are around the last one. Ruby still with the lead. Just didn't quite get enough on that wave. But this is going to be great. It's still the washing machine. If anything, it's picked up. Ruby Warner from Trigg Island in first position. Daisy Hewitt in second position, chasing down hard. And they're going to be handing off to their ski paddlers in Nikita Friednay and Jasmine Shipway. What about a team?
Yeah, what a team, hey. Jazzy Shipway Car's had a massive day today. Been on the finish podium a few times. She'll go north, I reckon, Chewy. Just watching her down there, turn around of last-minute instructions from the team. Her swimmer coming across in Ruby Warren, coming across the wave bank right now. She stands, she looks, she waits, and she tries to get herself on that wave. Not bad. Little wave in front, that'll slow things up a bit. Plenty happening behind her. The big swell continues to wreak havoc on the paddlers. We go into the ski now, folks. Jazzy Shipway Car will go in with a lead. And I'll tell you what, Salma Alibegovic, I hope I got that right, Selma. Been trying all day to get that right. Thank you, Selma. Selma, they went 1-2, didn't they, Jazzy and Selma in the two-person relay today. And here she comes. Ruby Warren stands now. Good work from her, Grant True.
Yeah, really good swim. It was, like I've said all day, it's a washing machine, but she just held her form, and she's so strong, she just powered through. She's handing over to a fantastic paddler in Jasmine, and then Daisy Hewitt there, after nearly breaking her ankle on the run-in, is moving into second position to hand over to Nikita. We've seen what happened in the ski before. Anything can happen. Looking forward to this finish.
Ruby Warren has actually used up every petrol ticket she owns. There, you have a look at her now. She's just going to have a little... That is a massive swim from Ruby out there in the chop. Done everything she can. Jazzy Shipway Car gets herself across the sand right now. So, City have made a move. Daisy Hewitt comes through now, hands over to Nikita. That's good work from the Hewitts. The Hewitts are good in the relays, mate, aren't they?
Yeah, they like it. They're angry competitors, but they love getting behind their teammates. So, Nikita's on this ski, and Jasmine's just going to get chocked a bit here from left and right. And Nikita's just going to bounce over a bit of unbroken water. So this could be a real exciting finish as we see board paddlers going out, swimmers coming in, ski paddlers heading out. This is great racing. Nikita with a little bit of a stumble there. Might have just opened it up for Jasmine, who's now out the back and into relatively clear water. Salma just into third. Nikita, talk about a washing machine.
Selma's got a confidence up, I reckon, after the last ski leg. So Olivia Shue has handed over to her. So Selma, look at the big wave looming at the back. They just need to get themselves organised here. Selma holds up. She's looking for a little spot. She's just got to get herself through it. Soraya Lee, great swim from the champ. She's had a tough old day today, Soraya Lee. Got belted in the ski today, but we love her. She never gives up. What a great wholehearted performance from her. Selma finds herself in second place now. She's just got to get through this, Truey. Confidence is up after the last ski leg. A massive wave building at the back. Selma Alabegovic just needs to try and work it out here. Nikita Freydenay catching her breath, catching her balance.
Yeah, Selma is about to absolutely get belted here and back shot. Nikita playing it safe at this stage. She saw the waves coming and she's just waited. She's off now. Mullaloo could unbelievably take second position, but out the back, Jasmine from Trigg Island absolutely destroying this field. She got over that last big wave, and that's really worked out well for her. So Mullaloo into second. Nikita now making her move, and Selma's still getting pummeled in that inside washing machine.
Yeah, that's tough, isn't it, Shai? Said she's got her confidence back up. She got absolutely belted today. Laura Edmonds has taken second place for Mullaloo, courtesy of a massive swim from Soraya Lee and a little bit of luck getting out through the wave zone. So Nikita Edmonds is up and about, and Selma's having a tough old time of it now as the ski ends up back here on the sand. So Nikita in third. Won't ride her off there. How's that big set coming through now, mate, through those cans? That is unbelievable, particularly menacing with that shadow. Trigg will win this.
Absolutely by a country mile, I'd reckon. And Jasmine's on her way in. These girls are just heading out past those board cans. Absolute carnage. And these waves have actually they're double ups, they're triple ups, they're spinning skis around. But Jasmine just played it real safe. She got over nice and clean, settled into her rhythm. I think the battle is obviously going to be on for second and third with Laura and Nikita here. But Jasmine, so composed, just waiting, letting that run come under. Nice little finish there. And she's going to just turn this little run into a wave. And I'll tell you what, Triggs are going to be hard to beat today.
You know, I saw this in the ski. I watched Selma get smashed by the waves and then go back out. She's doing it again. That's what it's all about, team racing, club racing. Come on, Selma. As Jazzy Shipway Car just gets herself through the channel. She's a tough nut. I saw her finish the ski in similar situations. She won't give up. She'll try and get herself back out through the way. So keep an eye on Selma Alabegovic. Here is our leader. Trigg will win the women's relay today. Nice work from Trigg. Very composed, very professional. Well done, Jazzy. Good work. And again, just show great composure. Never out of it. We just need to get these girls in right, Truey.
Yeah, so what's amazing is, Jasmine makes it look so easy. Nothing's easy out there today, but she just jumped on her ski, waited for the timing. Phoebe George from Sydney's about to get smashed by another big whitewater here. And we look out the back, and Laura from Mullaloo and Nikita from City of Perth, second and third. Let's see what happens. But what a great swim from Laura, from Soraya. And then Laura just so confident and, just used her head in that ski.
Look at that wave coming through that can now, mate, past that white can. These waves are getting bigger, fair dinkum. The breeze has swung around more to the west now instead of out of the north. Have a look at that. That is absolutely poleaxing now, towering over those cans, over the SunSmart cans. Onto the run out there, onto the run. Nice work, Mullaloo.
Yeah, Laura's just dropped off the back of that one, but she'll get the second chance here, and she's just going to let that one run underneath here. Nikita's going to take this wave. She really needs it. Little run, not enough there. So I don't know how that's going to go for her. Still holding on to it. She's got a wave that's going to absolutely mess with the back of her ski. Meanwhile, Laura's in the deep, sort of caught in no man's land water, and Nikita powering through, not letting these waves catch her. I don't think it's going to be enough as we see Laura just paddle through. Trigg Island have already finished. They've got their breath back. Here comes Mullaloo and City of Perth for second and third.
Yeah, great racing. Well done, Nikita Freydenay in third, but well done to the Soraya Lee powered Mullaloo. That's a great performance from Mullaloo. Well done. Soraya Lee hasn't had it all her own way today, but she never gives up, never goes away. Well done, Laura. Well done, Nikita. They cross the line here at the SunSmart WA Surf League. Let's just get these back markers around this course. It's very important that we get everyone home today. Tash Leversuch, where she likes to be, heading towards the line. Beautiful surf skills there. Just rolled with it, didn't she, Truey? Showed all the skills. Looked like she's going to go sideways, but keeps it upright.
Yeah, Tash Leversuch, such good skills. Her hair's still dry after paddling in surf this big. That's amazing, isn't it? She's fishing off for the Cottesloe there, but Trigg Island taking out the points. Northcott just heading out. I think we've got the second team from City of Perth and Trigg Island still out there. So unreal conditions today. Super exciting.
Yeah, it was. You know, we made a bit of a deal of Selma Alabegovic getting back out. Got smashed. The board, her ski was up in the car park there for a while, Truey, and she's just going around the top of the course now. So that's happened to her twice today in the ski leg, and she doesn't give up, and she'll get some points for Trigg. We're not far away from our concluding stages. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. How good were the athletes today? They were superb. Plenty happening. Well done to all the teams who are down here today. The 8 clubs, the 11 teams. Very, very exciting racing. And a big thanks to all the marshals and officials as we wait for the final competitors to come in, and these guys have done it super tough today. Been bashed from pillar to post in that big surf. The surf came up even more so once the wind swung around to the west, and the toughest conditions we've seen all day as the waves continue to come through. We're in this 3 competitors still out there, Truey. We'll bring them across the line in just a second, and we'll get that all-important tally because there was a bit going on in this final race today.
Yes, I think the Jason Wright's got his calculator out, his abacus, adding them up. So we'll get that final points tally soon. But I'll tell you what, we've had some great rounds, in the previous 3 or 4 years or the previous 3 years of the Surf League. For me, this is going to be one of the best. The surf conditions, the carnage, we see people coming from third to win, and we see some real, gutsy efforts here today. For me, the Iron Woman Makara is just so strong. Her team won in the relay and the skis and things like that. So strong all the way through.
Maddie Collis was the most spectacular in the board, wasn't he? The men's board got absolutely pumped and managed to hang onto his board and finish through. So Selma Alabegovic coming in now. She has made it. The ball was up in the car park there for a little while. Well done, Selma. Give her a big cheer. The Trigg gun. She makes her way in now. She'll push hard to the line. Well done. Nice work from her. Picks up some points from her team, and that's a gutsy effort from the girls getting through. Well done, Selma. Excellent work. Well done, Trigg. One competitor still out there, I reckon, Truey. Truey, yeah. The other one I should mention today was the dominance of Sorrento in the sprints. Sydney Rafferty takes out the beach sprint, takes out the beach flags. Charlie Rigby takes out the sprint, takes out the beach flags. So well done, Sorrento. They've been so good, haven't they, over the sprint format, and they were dominant today, those two. Well done to Sorrento. So second, the penultimate competitor coming through now. Well done, everyone. To everyone, I hope you've enjoyed the coverage at home. If you are going out in the West Australian or the Australian sunshine, slip, slop, slap, seek some shade, slide on some sunnies. Download the My UV app. It's a ripper app. If you're out with your family, your relatives, particularly got relatives visiting from overseas, make sure you slip, slop, slap and get yourself sun protected. Thank you to SunSmart. Terrific partners for the WA Surf League. Second final ski leg coming in right now.
Okay, so Simon, we've got the all-important point score for round one today. No, we're going straight into no presentations today, but this year it's all about where we finish up at the end of the series. So in fourth position, good to see Mullaloo Blue came into fourth position on 217 points. City B, the second team, on 226.
Third place.
Third place for City B. In second position, City Road Scholars on 258. And in first position today, Trigg Island Green on 276. So, those ski paddlers and the iron women, and the swimmers just so strong for Trigg Island. Had them on end up finishing up on top of the ladder today.
Yeah, well done to Trigg, well done to everyone. And you know, it's interesting. Dan Humble said he had a bad day on the inside today, but the big, you know, he has a lot to do with it with the club as well. So well done to Trigg today on their home turf. Very good work from Trigg. But I tell you what, Road Scholars today, exciting, spectacular, going into the water quick, getting out of the water quick, very exciting, and a lot of potential for the City Road Scholars. I like the way that the athletes have turned up for round one, Truey. My highlight was Matt Collins hanging on and taking out the board, and the Sorrento Dolphins taking out the sprints and the beach sprints, men and women today. Your highlights, Truey?
Yeah, so I think Chris Taylor in the ski, you know, it's so good. That's why we love surf. He was sitting, again, he's a fantastic paddler, so he's in third position, and he just held that wave all the way through. You know, we could almost see Dan Humble's heart break as he came past, which that's tough surf. But Chris Taylor for me in that one, and then also in the skis, just seeing Tash Leversuch paddle, you know, so strong. She ended up second, but just the surf skills, it's just great to see.
Little bit of a changing of the guard today. The surf threw up some challenges. We normally see Soraya Lee, Dan Humble, Nikita Freyday, and the big names so dominant. Wasn't to be today, and that's what the surf threw up. Makara Malice, the standout from Trigg today, wasn't she? Was amazing in everything she touched. She was so strong, never gives up. I thought she was terrific today, and well done to her. She's probably the athlete of the first round of the SunSmart WA Surf League. Chewy, I think that's it from you and I. Good to see you, mate, and I look forward to seeing you on the beach on behalf of myself, Truey, to all the guys who are in the youth with the youth races today, Hayden Marchetto and Dave Summers on the beach, and on behalf of Surf Lifesaving WA and SunSmart, we hope you've enjoyed the SunSmart Round 1 down here at Trigg Beach. Can't wait to see you soon.